Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Another day, another dollar. More talking with my friends about sports and other things. John Reed and the P team, Sam Beard, and Bad News Bubba. Happy Thursday morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. July 9th. We are in the building. What's up, Sam?
What's up, man?
What's popping?
Not a whole lot. Doing pretty good.
What's the latest? What's the greatest?
Went to the Smokies game last night.
Okay.
Saw our guy Ryan Shumpert.
All right.
Almost caught a foul ball, and then it landed like 3 rows in front of us, and Ryan texted me, and he was like, good effort on that foul ball. And I was like, I think we could have gotten to that one if I had paid attention a little more.
Sad.
And then, just tried to, go support our fellow VFLs, Andrew Fisher and Blake Burke. And, I probably picked top 5 worst game to go to for those guys. I think they went 0 for 7 with 2 errors from Andrew Fisher.
Oh.
And then
That is unfortunate timing because both those guys have been playing pretty well, I feel like.
I know. I felt like I was going to be able to kind of see some fireworks. Fisher had a really good night the night before. And then there was this guy who was in my section who just made it basically his life's mission. The entire stadium was like, come on, Andrew, let's go fish. And then they do the same thing to Blake Burke. And this guy was like, hey, how about you don't strike out in front of your home fans, Fisher? And he was just making it his life's mission to chirp Andrew Fisher and Blake Burke all night long. And I honestly think he got in their head.
Okay.
And then honestly, like I think the Brewers' top prospect and the Cubs' top prospect are both on their AA teams right now. I think they both went.
Rojas?
Yeah, Rojas and Jesus Madi. I'm pretty sure there was 1 hit combined from all of them. They went like 1 for 13. Maybe they got more. I left in the 8th inning.
Weather was good?
Weather was solid.
How was the crowd?
A
little sparse?
A little sparse. But, Wednesday.
Dog days of summer, Wednesday.
Yeah. I would expect it to be a pretty good environment this weekend. That was also the first time that I had walked the perimeter of that place. They have that big bridge in the back that connects. And I just took a lap and I was like, this would be a good way to just go get some exercise. Go buy a $15 Smokies ticket and just walk around the park and kind of watch the game as you're walking, get a couple miles in. Once you're done, sit down in your seat, have a hot dog, have a beer, whatever you want.
Good. Go exercise, then go eat hot dogs and drink beer.
Addition by subtraction,
You've at least earned them, I guess. What's up, Bubba?
What's up, John?
Oh, God. What is it now?
I have no clue.
What the hell's wrong with
It was
Bubba
one
today?
of the worst sleeps I've ever had in my life. Because it's it felt great to sleep, but then it felt like every hour and a half I was rolling over again. And I look at the time, and then I looked at it for the last time, and I was like, oh, that was a 3-hour jump. We can't be doing that. So it was 11, and then I woke up again, it was 12:47. And I was like, oh, well, time to go back into the stream. Rolled over again, and it was 2 something. I was like, okay. And it was 5, and then it was 6:20, and I was like, we got this. And I woke up again, and it's it is 7:45. Get up. And I was like, this is not a great position to be in. And then just allergies are going crazy, so I'm just sneezing constantly while driving, and it's trying to not jerk the wheel out of my hands. Still got my retainers in, so that's why it's a little. But we're as a man, we're great. As a person with thoughts, we don't exist yet.
What?
My head's just empty, John.
Your head's just empty? That's what you just called that soliloquy? Your head being empty?
Yeah.
It sounds like you had a lot of thoughts there, Bubba. Sounds like you're a walking contradiction, is what it sounds like. You sound like a man that had a lot of thoughts, and then you end it with you're a man with no thoughts.
We need Bubba to be one of those typewriter poem guys in the middle of the park.
A typewriter?
You ever seen these accounts?
No.
They make like poems for people in the middle of a park or something, but they can only do it on a typewriter.
Okay.
And they come in, they're like, what are you feeling in life? And then you give them like 4 or 5 keywords, they make a little poem for you. I feel like Bubba could go make some good poems for people. Just rambling.
It wouldn't be good poems, but they'd have something. Like, John, give me a word right now.
A word right now?
Yeah.
You want a verb, an adjective, a noun? What do you want?
Okay.
Do you have a preference?
I was just hoping for something.
Okay, hold on. Well, it's tough. You tell me to put a word. I got a whole list of things.
A whole dictionary to pick from.
Yeah, I know. Sam, do you have a word that comes to your mind?
Frolic.
Okay, frolic.
Frolic. Through these adjacent leaves and fields of thee, I just want to frolic.
Okay. Not bad. What about charcuterie?
The knife pierces through the skin of the once conveyed pig. The cow gives up its rights just for pasteurization. But you, my friend, are out here with charcuteries on your mind. We all know what happens to those with charcuteries and cooties.
Yeah, okay. Poor pigs and cows, I guess.
Makes me want to jump off a bridge, dude. Oh my goodness.
Makes you want to jump off a bridge?
What? Who said that?
What's the matter, man?
John, I have no clue.
It's the summer.
Yeah, it's a terrible place to be.
Too hot for you?
Just uncomfortable.
Okay.
I hate bugs more than I hate just about anything. A lot of things up there that exceed bugs, obviously. Like really bad people and things of that nature. But a mosquito just getting on my leg and then he just won't go off after I've murdered 7 of his family members. What are we doing here?
Is mosquito the top of your list?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then there's like these random bugs. I don't know what they are because they're not exactly like bee, but they fly around and they get on you. And sometimes they like bite or sting.
Not really. Not really. Not many bugs bother me. I don't like mosquitoes. You're right there. I hate just ticks. The idea of ticks just scare me.
I think I hate gnats more than mosquitoes.
Okay, that's
because I can at least itch a mosquito bite. Like sometimes I get some satisfaction from itching a mosquito bite, but like gnats don't do anything. They're just around your face and around your body, and you just got to swat them away.
Yeah,
and they come back no matter what. You can't really kill them.
Yeah, my hatred's pretty simple. I don't like ticks because they scare me, and I don't like flies because the flies are like the gnats except they're bigger, and you can actually sometimes hear them buzzing.
I don't like flies either.
Yeah,
I was eating outside last weekend, and I killed so many of them.
Yeah, I almost refused to go outside during this time of year because of that. But otherwise, bugs don't really bother me that much. They're just trying to live, you know. Bubba, you can appreciate that. Just them flapping around trying to live.
Yeah, but then they picked the wrong home, dude. It's like going over to, wherever we're bombing right now, Iran, or the, very dangerous neighborhoods with cartel. Like, that's not where you want to land, insect. It'll get you.
Checked in with Cody yesterday. He's alive and kicking. We at least got a little bit of an update of he's alive.
Is he able to kick?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's good. I mean, he's not like in the hospital or nothing anymore. I mean, he's back at home in Arkansas. Ma taking care of him. I think he's all right. Best of my knowledge.
You think that's a thought in his head? How he went out there to help take care of like his grandma and ma, and now they have to like flip roles?
I don't know if it's in his head or not. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he's like, man, I was just here not too long ago. I'm sure there's a part of him. It's like, it's nice to be back home and get extended family time. But also at the same time, I'm sure there's a lot of stress going on. You wreck your car, you're hurt. The unknown when it comes to that, being banged up. I'd say he's in a pretty sad place, honestly. But we miss him. Hope he's well. Hope he's okay.
Well, these jersey reveals are going to do just the trick, John.
if he needs a pick-me-up, just send him a picture of that beautiful Summit Blue, or wait till about 10:45 today and send him the dark mode, because that's what we're waiting for now. As far as I go, nothing really to report. Nothing unusual. Although, just still going on with my dog. Still going on. And it's so annoying because most of the evening going into bed looked pretty good. Then woke up this morning and was doing still mostly the same thing, where he's not opening his eye at all. Tried to take him outside. He's like scared to move, scared to walk, to go outside, just standing there. I'm trying to kind of give him a little tug, like, hey, same grass you're in all the time. Nope, nothing. Gotta get behind him, give him a little kick. I don't know if he's milking it or what, but touch and go with the Frankster. A couple people reached out to ask. Appreciate you guys for checking in. We'll see. But
Mark just had to beat his own drum.
Yeah, nothing new over here. Otherwise, with me, same old same. 1 foot forward. Trying to get to football season. It's kind of the mission here. Except this time there's going to be a lot of extra stress going on because there's a lot of wedding stuff too that I still got to do. 1 foot in front of the other. So after break, we'll come back. We'll talk some Tennessee athletics. No big major breaking stories, of course, or anything like that, but we got some talking points. World Cup back in action today. Scottish Open rolling over in, I guess, Scotland. Since it's a Scottish Open, I imagine they're in Scotland. We'll try to keep Bubba alive. Try to keep Bubba happy, give him more words to rhyme. I think you're 2 for 2 so far. How are you shaking your head for? Use your words. Speak. Speak, damn it.
Just felt like there wasn't enough time to make an appropriate rhyme for each word.
Well, that's the whole idea. It's like slam poetry.
I went to one of those before. That was pretty cool.
I assume so.
I didn't participate, though.
A little surprising. Sam, send us a break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, sorry. Getting in the mood because this Saturday is Christmas in July at Covenant Health Park. But your Knoxville Smokies have great promotions all week long. Like all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, fireworks on Friday, then yes, the big man himself on Saturday. We end the week with our day game of the week. It's a week full of fun at the ballpark. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Smokies! Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Welcome to Axle Logistics. where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. Drink it responsibly. Bubba, how fired up are you for today's reveal? The black dark mode ADIDAS jerseys.
Well, they have an opportunity to look really cool, but they probably won't deliver on that. But people will say, wow, these are so cool. Awesome. Thanks, Adidas.
Okay. Bubba sounds like he doesn't like the new jerseys. Feels like he's calling everybody sheep who say they like them. Interesting.
Does sound like that.
Sam, how are you when it comes to the jersey reveal today?
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Okay.
I mean, I will find it interesting. I don't think they've done a whole lot of tweaks on other stuff, and does kind of feel like that black jersey was like the best one that we had from Nike, I would say. So hopefully it's just kind of, pretty much the exact same thing that they're rolling out with us. But yeah, I mean, I think they've done a good job in terms of tweaking some of the men's stuff, transforming some of the ladies' stuff. I'm excited to see what they do with the blackout.
I did see the guy that put it together. Like, I guess I don't know if he's the main editor or the main creator or producer or whatever, but he says the best video he's ever done, including the Venom, like original dark mode one. Yeah, that I guess won like a local sports Emmy, but he said this one today, he says, is better. So that had me a little excited.
It wasn't the thing that they dropped at like 10 o'clock last night?
No, that was just a little teaser.
Because I was about to say, that video, it ain't got much meat on it.
No. I think that was just to wet the beak, Bubba, just to tell you that something was coming. They put out like, what, a 15-second
I'm a bird.
teaser?
You got to put it in my mouth, brother.
Well, stick around for a couple hours and they'll put it in your mouth.
Pause.
You're going to get it. Dark mode will explode in just about 2.5 hours. Don't you worry about that. I feel like the guy saying it's like his most anticipated or his best video put a lot of pressure on himself.
Yeah.
I feel like you wait to see. I think you wait to see people's reaction before you say it's your best video ever.
Wait for people to be like, man, this video's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I thought so too, man. This was better than that Venom video we did a few years ago.
This is the proudest I've ever been in my video, I think.
Yeah.
That's how I would have done it.
Or maybe it just is that badass.
I mean, maybe. Like, back when I was doing those farm videos, there'd be every now and then I was like, oh, this one's going to be good. But I never would say anything until, boom, you release it and see the reaction. I wouldn't tell people, oh, got a banger coming, because then you're just setting people up to have high expectations, which really is setting yourself up for failure. I get it, though. If you're that guy, you feel confident, you're ready for people to see it. We'll see. I do feel like the jersey reveals have been pretty successful. I think Adidas can feel good about the start to the relationship. I personally think, like, I don't know if you saw the message board post yesterday, like the message board geniuses Twitter account that shares like embarrassing message board posts from other fan bases. Well, and plenty of Tennessee fan bases. But there was one where they had South Carolina fans mad. Like, why is Tennessee getting such better jerseys? Why is Tennessee getting such a better reveal than we did with Nike? All Nike did was put out this one little thing for us. What the hell? Now, South Carolina's a loser school. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking too much solace in them being upset, but I do feel like that sentiment is probably felt across the SEC and country. Not so much other schools are jealous, but just that, like, it does feel like Tennessee raising eyebrows. And, I get opposing fan bases replying to my tweets at times, some complimenting, some saying they look terrible, or just other fan bases that I followed a couple people from, or they pop in my For You that have at least commented on Tennessee's jerseys. So it's at least something during an era where we are, or during a time on the calendar where we are kind of desperate for content.
Yeah, I mean, if it all came out in one day, I don't even know what the hell we'd be talking about this week.
No, yeah, it's been nice. It's kind of like LeBron James on the NBA side. Appreciate you, big dog, like not making your decision too quickly. Like, he's like, hey, here you go. Here's 2 weeks of content on you guys debating on where I'm going to go. And then I'm going to end up in Cleveland, where it's made the most sense all along. I've got camera crews following me around to do a documentary. Cleveland's pretty much the only place where that makes sense to let that happen. It'd be so weird if he was in Golden State with his documentary cameras, right? Like filming his goodbye, like, and then there's just Steph kind of hanging out as like a side character in your documentary. That doesn't really feel like it makes sense. Nor does it feel like it makes sense to really bring like a documentary crew around like a team that you're just like parachuting into for the first time.
It'd be funny for documentary footage, I think.
Here's me learning about San Francisco and trying to get to know my teammates.
Adapting to the cold of Minnesota. Coat shopping with LeBron.
Putting him and Anthony Edwards just on a video together would be pretty good. But I imagine, like, once they said, like, hey, documentary crew, I was like, okay, well, that makes pretty much only sense if he's doing that in Cleveland. You do the whole, like, coming home thing. You have that whole angle to it. Dan Gilbert probably willing to let him do whatever he wants to come back. But I appreciate LeBron for stretching that out. Kind of the same way I appreciate Tennessee stretching this out.
To take a page out of Cody McClure's book here, the girl that had in that white jersey for Tennessee soccer, and she's a stunner.
You don't have to try to play it off on Cody for you to say what you want to say.
I'm not going to anymore.
You don't have to play it off on Cody that you want to call that college
so
girl
I was curious,
attractive.
but then it turns out she's also just an influencer with over 150,000 followers.
What do you mean she's just an influencer? She doesn't play volleyball or soccer?
She plays soccer, but
Okay.
she's also an influencer.
Well, there you go.
And for good reason.
Yeah, I mean, you think she's a pretty girl? If you're a pretty girl, you got a leg up on the world. At least when it comes to the influencer route. Got a leg up on the world. Did you give her a follow?
Not yet, no. Too scared to.
You playing it cool?
She's got to earn it from Bubba.
I mean, if she's got 150,000 followers, Bubba, it's not like you following her is going to like raise any red flags. There's no reason to be scared unless you're scared she's not going to follow you back. Because then I'll say if she's got 150,000 followers, she's probably not going to follow you back. So what are you afraid of?
Everything.
What are you waiting for?
Don't
What
know.
are you waiting for? What's her name?
Shay O'Rourke.
Shay O'Rourke. All right, here's your word for your poem, Bubba. Shay O'Rourke.
We're not doing this.
I'll take her. We'll wait, Sam. Let's lay out. Let Bubba prepare his poem. Shay O'Rourke.
Sounds like someone that should be in the Scottish Open this week.
It does sound like somebody should be in the Scottish Open. All right, Bubba, take your time. The floor is yours.
O'Shea. Oh, sweet baby Shay. I look outside and I frolic through the winds and the willows. O'Shea. For you could be here right next to me or right next to you. But until that day, it's all just a ruse. O'Shea. O'Shea. O'Shea.
Thought you were going to say something about her being like tasty like a charcuterie board or something. Since you went
I
back
thought
to
we were going to get a charcuterie reference.
yeah. Since you went back to Frolic, I was curious where you were going to go with that. But all right, pretty good. Now maybe somebody can cut that out and forward it to her, and then there you go. Now you're on the map.
Maybe we'll give her NIL money.
You know, that's kind of what happened. You want to put her on scholarship? It's kind of what happened with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. You know, he shot his shot on a podcast. You're shooting your shot on a radio show, and you know, I don't know if you can send her a friendship bracelet or not. Like, I feel like that ship might have sailed, but maybe not. Step 1 is complete. Really, step 1 and step 2. You have identified a target. That's step 1.
Don't say that. That's not a great word.
What? Identify?
No, target. That's got some.
Target doesn't have a good word.
That's got some undertone to it there.
Target does?
Yeah.
Sam, do you feel like target has undertone to it?
Towards a woman.
Towards a woman? Okay. I don't really understand the undertone.
Maybe some predatory vibes going on there.
Okay. I mean, if that's the way you feel about it, hell, you ain't going to be able to handle the dating world, Bubba, if you can't handle.
I already can't handle it, John.
Yeah. If you're scared about offending everybody that way. So happened to Aziz Ansari. Be careful.
What happened to him?
Now I gotta look that up.
I mean, that was years ago. Nothing. He ran off from America to England because they tried to cancel him. But really, the story.
This guy's I don't know how to feel about him.
I like Aziz.
I do too.
I like
I
Aziz
know he
a
was
lot.
in Parks and
liked
Rec,
him
and
in
I liked
Parks
his
and Rec a
role.
lot.
Essentially, Sam, he got canceled because of cancel culture. They were just trying out here to get everybody. So then this girl came out and was telling her horror story about Aziz Ansari, and all it was like, we went on a date, and then I invited him back to my place, and he tried to kiss me, and then I told him no, so he said okay, and then left. But he made me feel uncomfortable by asking if he could kiss me, and everyone's like, that's just kind of dating, bro. Like, on the list of on the problematic scale, that's like a 1 out of 10.
Guy didn't like take his pants off.
Yeah, he didn't do anything inappropriate. It's like, we went on a date. We went back to my place, and he tried to put a move on me, and I said no, and he stopped. And everyone's just kind of like, if you can't do that dating, like, what can we do? I mean,
And he like hasn't come back to the U.S. since this incident.
I won't say he hasn't come back because I saw him. He performed in Knoxville a couple years ago, actually, and I went to see him after that. But no, he moved. It was part of that, and then part of like Trump. I mean, he didn't like the Trump administration, but yeah, he just moved to London. Partly because of that, it's kind of the last time he was in like the main like spotlight. It's hard out here in the dating world, Bubba. Be careful.
I know.
If you can't tell a girl that she's a target, that you've got your eye on her, what can you say? Got scared to even give her a follow. Scared to end up on a list because he gave her a follow. I don't imagine we'll get any girls' dark mode jerseys, though. I don't imagine we'll get any of that. I imagine it'll be all guy stuff. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I feel like the Summit Blue is for the ladies and the dark mode's for the fellas.
Can't help but think softball could get some dark mode.
Okay.
Just from watching, like Texas Tech had that all black one.
Yeah.
And they're Adidas. So I wonder if they'd maybe try and kind of use that template a little bit.
Yeah, I just feel like Texas Tech, that's one of their main colors, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they are just black and red, but I guess they already have a template. I want you to track down, Bubba, the list of athletes we've had so far in the reveals. Like in the football reveals, especially. I know we had Staley.
I think it's just been Spillman and Staley so far.
Spillman and Staley.
Spillman was the orange guy.
All right, see if you can figure out the basketball ones too.
I think it was.
We had what, Juke and
Lundblade.
Lundblade. If I'm D. Wayne, maybe I feel a way about that. Like, hey, come on. Let me be a part of the uniform reveal, but we still got time. So the football, is that telling it all in terms of like leadership, in terms of like standing on the team? Maybe they just look the best in the jersey. Maybe they couldn't like really throw David Sanders up there in a jersey because, you know, as a bigger guy. You got to be a little cautious with the tight jerseys. Or is it like, hey, Spillman here, you're kind of our defensive leader? Because that doesn't really check out what I would think, although maybe.
I also wonder if like they picked guys that have some Adidas deals.
Okay.
Like I wonder if Spillman and Staley have NIL deals like with Adidas.
Okay. Yeah, possibly. I would say that's probably
confused. So this Vols soccer girl's been in both the orange and the white. But yeah, they had a different athlete for the blue jersey.
okay. Which, I mean, you saw the video initially with Peyton Manning where he talked about how every sport, is basically going to have some extra NIL money because of Adidas.
Our golf team better be rocking.
We know that, they are going to have particular athletes on each team that I guess get a little bit extra boost. So, yeah, I would think that Staley 100% could be and probably should be one of those guys. Spillman, you kind of think of him as the main established guy on defense. I mean,
Not
I
really,
guess.
but
yeah, I was gonna say not
like
me.
a young piece that could be,
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would have thought maybe Carter with him coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to do like an incumbent, if you're trying not to do somebody new, because Campbell going to be right there in the middle of your defense too, and I imagine you gave him a nice chunk of change to transfer here, so maybe him, but maybe with football is more so like you wanted. I feel like basketball, Rick Barnes has been like, hey, all the new guys, that's kind of all we have. So like, hey, they're going to be front and center. Like, hey, Juke Harris, yep, you're going to be front and center. You're the star of this team. We don't really have anybody left that we can give that mantle to. I feel like in football, it's kind of the opposite though. Like just the culture, mentality, locker room. You kind of want to take the newcomers and slowly like integrate them because you have some like leftovers there that you can really, hope is setting a culture and hope kind of leading the team. Rick Barnes in basketball ain't really got a choice. Football, I think it's the right thing to kind of try to find your incumbents and put them up there versus transfer portal guys or freshmen.
Now that you mention it, I hope Dwayne Brown gets into a jersey reveal. He deserves it.
Yeah. Ryan Shumpert, you talked about him at the Smokies game. He got me fired up. He was talking about, Dwayne Brown being the best player at practice a couple of days ago.
I'd be big time if he just stepped up into like a huge, a real legitimate scoring post threat.
And just develops.
Yeah.
Like he was ahead of schedule year one, I think, from what any of us anticipated. I'd imagine from what he anticipated, Rick Barnes anticipated with as much depth as you had on the front court last year. I doubt you planned on playing him playing him at all or playing him much at all. And then he ended up being a pretty key rotation player. So, like, he's already ahead of schedule. You hope that growth and development continues. And, like I said, Shumpert got me pretty fired up in his practice report over on Rocky Top Insider about Dwayne Brown and how he's kind of, taking some steps. I mean, as far as saying he was the best player on the court, which, I kind of find it a little hard to believe, but at the same time, if he's even arguably the best player on the court, to me, that's a big, big statement. So I do hope he gets included in the rollout. Maybe today, dark mode. We'll see. That's the type of stuff that I care about in the jersey stuff is like, it's not necessarily team captains, but it's kind of
faces of the program.
Yeah, maybe not team captains, but yeah, face of the program is a good way to put it, Sam. Or at least guys they deem as like marketable and like willing to do the extra stuff for them. Because I go back, a couple of years, with James Pierce. You maybe would have thought of him as a face of the team, face of the program whenever he was here. But after he left, all the reports were like, we couldn't get that guy back on campus to do anything. Hell, sometimes not even practice, but like no extra stuff for any of our promotional stuff. Nope, not interested. Not going to do it. Not going to show up on time.
Do you think any of the choice of athlete has to do with who they think will not spoil the uniforms the most on the team?
Maybe, possibly. Like, hey,
just the most trustworthy players.
Yeah, like, hey, we really like this guy, but he's kind of a loudmouth. He's kind of he likes to get attention. He likes to go live. Nah, I doubt they're thinking that much into it. I do wonder, do we know how long ago all those were shot? Do we know how long they've had to edit them? How long the players have known? You would imagine at least a couple weeks.
I feel like it's been maybe a little longer.
Yeah, if not months.
I'm intrigued because it's like Cam Appenzeller, was out playing for USA Baseball, didn't make the team, but he was out at least practicing with them, and he was part of the orange photo shoot that was released.
Well, that's also a good point by you, Bubba, because Juke Harris, I mean, he didn't make it like official that he was coming to Tennessee till middle of May, right? Like around the NBA Combine, like, or maybe a couple weeks before that, maybe like the beginning of May.
I feel like I heard somewhere that some of these were shot like days after we got eliminated in softball.
Okay. When was that? That was June. Like early June, probably.
At some point.
Yeah.
I don't really remember that.
Early June, I'd imagine. Because I feel like Omaha's middle of June, and it was like the week before that. So I guess that was it.
Trying to look it up, but
I feel like reviews have generally been pretty positive.
Can we get this "Are you a robot" thing out of Google?
Is it just on your phone?
Probably.
I'm not getting asked if I'm a robot.
Yeah, it might be something with your settings, Sam.
Might just you being a robot.
Maybe they see that.
It pisses me off. I got to do that little cap, hit squares until the bikes disappear, the sidewalks disappear. I just want to Google something.
They might see that nice chiseled jaw and be like, "Wow, this guy's a robot."
Maxing.
Somebody this handsome, somebody this defined, got to be fake. They say me and Bubba, and they're like, "Oh, yep, this is a real guy here." Yeah, could be it. Send us a break. We'll continue the college football discussion on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, "I've got your back." That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Something to happen, though, football related, because I don't know how much longer I can handle my Twitter timeline being uniform updates mixed in with like us having beef with Ohio State.
I keep getting AI Seinfeld clips and pictures.
Elaine looks sexy in every single one of them. A true goddess.
I'm getting a lot of SEC Mike hot takes on my feed.
I'm also getting the him and Cousin Shane out there.
Yeah.
Which great to them, putting out hot takes nonstop. I didn't really have the heart for it this go around. I got too much other stuff, I feel like.
I was going to say, I like those guys, but like in the generality, I hate hot take season. And we're just in the prime of it right now.
I don't even know. At what point do we lock in hot takes? Like, at what point do you feel like, okay, final answer on your test, time to turn in your paper?
They never get locked in. That's why I hate hot take season.
Give me a hot take.
Faison Brandon's going to win the Heisman, and it's not going to happen, and no one's going to come back to me and be like, oh,
Faison Brandon is a Heisman hopeful.
Contender / finalist. You got, you can get there if you're like, hey, he'll be in New York for the ceremony. That's believable enough, Sam. I don't think anybody would buy you if you say he's going to the Heisman. But if you're like, Faison Brandon will be in New York as a Heisman finalist. He's going to put the team on his back. You saw what Joey Aguilar did last year with just a couple months in the system. And that was with without having the tools and the raw talent that Faison Brandon has. You're forgetting that Josh Heupel is the quarterback whisperer. You're forgetting what Josh Heupel has done with his quarterbacks. Look at Drew Lock. Look at Sam Bradford. Ever heard of Sam Bradford? He turned to Hendon Hooker. Many people forget Hendon Hooker was going to win the Heisman until he got injured. He took Hendon Hooker a cast-off and had him in pole position. That was an exciting time whenever Hendon Hooker was like minus or like plus 100 to win the Heisman. It was basically even money, I feel like. What are you giggling about over there, Bubba?
All right, so I've been notified through the chat and through Sam and through my own personal searching. This Lady Vols soccer player with Jermon McCoy. I was like, I'm gassing up Jermon McCoy. And then I remembered he has a bum leg and he's only 6 foot, John.
Only 6 foot?
Yeah.
Can you say that if you're like 5'9"?
I can lie and say I'm 5'11", and
you cannot say you're 5'11".
I can because I'll put on some really thick insoles.
Okay.
Yeah, Bub was sad in the break. He was like, "I've been informed that this girl dates Jermon McCoy," and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't want to tell you that."
Jermon McCoy, boom.
We don't have to have beef with Jermon. Jermon, if this gets back to you, that's Bubba saying that. I still like you.
I better never see him out in town, on a Friday night.
Now you're making threats?
It's like Dalton Connect. I don't want to see him here.
Would you call Jermon McCoy a target, Bubba?
Whoa. Whoa. Are you saying you better not see him because you better be focused like playing football? Or you better not see him because you're going to say something to him?
I mean, it's going to be neither.
He's going to take his other kneecap.
Whoa, you guys are being hateful.
I didn't say that.
You guys are being hateful. Although, I didn't see the girl you're talking about, but the way you described her, she seemed pretty. Would make sense that she was like, I'll go with the big man on campus.
The NFL player.
Yeah, the best player on campus, maybe at any of the sports. Because at the time, I don't know how long they've been together, but
he's a top 10 pick.
Yeah, he would have been the big man on campus, right? In terms of Carlin Pickens aside, she was the alpha over there in terms of her standing in her sports. But Jamal McCoy was number 2 and number 1 for all the men. You take basketball, baseball, all of them, I'd say he was number 1.
Well, and also not to be offensive to Carlin Pickens, but the professional softball league is not nearly as developed as the NFL.
Oh, right.
Obviously.
Right. But I just mean the alpha, because I think the other athletes appreciate that. I think the other athletes appreciate you being the best at your sport, even if it's not a high revenue sport.
Sure.
The best, if the golfer over there is the best on campus, I'm sure that carries some big weight. Or if you got a national player of the year volleyball player, she'd get her respect among the athletes.
They've been public since at least November 17th of 2025. So,
maybe she helped him through his rehab.
Maybe she's the reason why he's got a bum leg.
I'm just throwing her under the bus.
You've turned on O'Shea. I don't like the way this conversation's headed, Bubba. You're making enemies for us, and I don't feel this way. I'm happy for them. I hope they have a long and happy life together. 2 VFLs.
Well, then when I go for the hot tag, just drop off the apron and just look at me as I reach out, and then I get hit with the finisher.
Well, I can't do that either because that's a heel turn of sorts. I don't want to turn heel.
No, but it's we're already heels, so it's you turning face.
What do you mean we're already heels? I'm not a heel. I'm pretty positive. You were just making fun of me for saying that thank you, Adidas, for having good jerseys. I'm working face right now. There ain't nothing that I'm fired up.
Adidas ain't giving you no money, big bro.
Oh, that's fine, but I'm not bitter about it. I'm working face. I don't really have any problems with the whole administration right now. Everybody's been making fun of Danny White. Not me.
Can we put these jerseys through some rigorous testing before?
What do you mean? You want to go out there and try to rip somebody down, tackle them?
I want to see how sturdy they are with comes to the holds and tackles and whatnot.
I think
their rippability.
We'd probably want them to be less durable, right? In case somebody tries to tackle you from behind, it just rips.
Yeah,
just breaks away, tear away jerseys.
But then also people are gonna be like, "Oh, that looks cheap quality because it rips like that." And also the heat effect. Is it very moisture wicking? Is it not?
I don't imagine Adidas knows what they're doing when it comes to those things.
I don't think they do.
I've never really seen Miami have any problems in the heat. It's pretty hot down there. I feel like they've been able to handle it. Hot in Texas. Texas Tech's been okay, bub. I think it'll be okay.
Have you seen this dude on Twitter that's just eviscerating the Tennessee uniforms?
The Miami guy?
Yeah.
It's been so weird.
It's been so strange.
That's what I was going to say to start the segment. Is my sports version of my timeline, at least college related. Yeah, my boy SEC Mike will sprinkle in there every now and then. Trey Wallace will sprinkle in there with something. But for the most part, the actual discussion has been just DGG and us trying to beef with Ohio State, which
it's nauseating how much we're beefing with them.
I got to say, we kind of got to know our place. There's not much we could talk trash about Ohio State with. The people that spend their time doing that, I guess good on you. They'd have your back in a fight, Bubba. They'd fight with you. Those are the guys you want in your corner. I ain't really got it in me to try to troll or argue with Ohio State. Now, I'll laugh at their fans that are going to say that Tennessee only gets DGG because of money. That, I do find that nauseating, as if Ohio State has taken some moral high ground whenever they were the first team on record to go spend $20 million and buy a national championship. You don't necessarily then get to turn around and be like, oh, we do things the right way up here. No. You went out and bought a national championship. You went out and bought Quinshad Junkins. You went out and did all those things. I'm not putting you down for that. That's obviously the name of the game. Congrats on the national championship. But like you don't then get to be like sanctimonious and act like you're above it and like everybody that comes to Ohio State is doing so for the love of the game. I fully acknowledge, and we've said it, Tennessee is going to outspend you for DGG because he means more to Tennessee than he means for Ohio State. But like that's not that different than recruiting. I mean, in a way it is because the money's attached to it, whatever, it's public. But like that's how recruiting was getting done over the last 2 decades too, was like guys were higher priorities of their school, which meant that like they gave more attention, were more desperate, and probably had more money under the table that they were willing to give. That's just the name of the game. So like recruiting is always about, hey, relationships and desperation and opportunity. And Tennessee, you know, would have had more of all those things, you know, 10 years ago too in this battle.
They also make it seem like it's just a one-off thing. And kind of to your point, it's like elite schools battle for elite recruits every single year, and one school prioritizes them more than the other. And that's how you essentially get a recruiting battle, is you get a team like Ohio State who's got the pedigree and probably a pretty good offer out there, but Tennessee's got an incredible offer and has some pretty good pedigree on their own. And that's just recruiting. Like we've seen that with Ohio State ourselves over the last like 3 years, battling with Carnell Tate, you know, David Sanders, like all these different guys.
It is weird how many times we've like bumped heads with them. Legend Bay as well.
Yeah.
Now look, the Legend Bay stuff probably has them feeling pretty justified of like, they probably feel like, hey, here's what happened when a player just took the money and Tennessee tried to just overpay this guy to the point where his family made him go to Tennessee, but he really wanted to be at Ohio State. Like they probably feel like they got some receipts there whenever a guy was like immediately like, no, I don't want to be here. And then the whole family like public argument and stuff. Like that was gross. So like if they're pointing to like Legend Bay's recruitment, like, okay, sure. If you want to say Tennessee just tried to buy him out from under you, yeah, okay, maybe. But like David Sanders, it ain't like he's gotten here and A, failed, or B, seemed unhappy. Seems pretty content here. Also, like, not from Texas, like Legend Bay. And I say that because, like, if you're battling for a guy, and you know, if Ohio and Tennessee are battling for a guy from Texas, proximity to home and like culture and stuff's not going to really matter. Whereas, you know, David Sanders, of course, from Carolina and DGG, at least the last couple of years, from Tennessee. But it has felt gross just arguing with them because, like, you know, we were there in 2024 and saw them kick our ass. And, like, really, to me, that kind of trumps all the arguments. But with that being said, I do still find them hypocritical when it comes to the whole buying things. And it is weird watching their moderators on their, like, you know, rivals on 3-page try to do the same thing. Come to Ohio State? Yeah, it's because they love the school. Don't go to Ohio State. Oh, they got paid. I get if the fans act that way, but like the professionals covering the team, I do find that to be a little unbecoming. Bub, I think you owe Jermod McCoy an apology before we go to break.
For what?
In poem form.
There's your next subject, Jermod McCoy. Take your time. Work on your freestyle. The floor is yours. Jermod McCoy.
Smell that? It's game day. When we wake up and we put on our pads and we sweat, we look around at all the noise and the chaos. We hustle and deflect. We rush and we attack. Oh, a leg snapped. That's just part of the game, Jermod.
That wasn't an apology.
That doesn't feel like an apology. Hour 1 in the books. Hour 2 coming at you. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
All right, next up we have Brother Mixers, Brother Coke.
You're listening to Talk Sports. Well, let's just ask John which one he uses.
I go with Sprite. Sprite is my favorite mixer. I use Sprite. It's great with vodka. I like it with whiskey. I like it with rum. Sprite is the more versatile.
You're going to do this again? Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Cam, think of this as the coin toss, right? Think of this as the coin toss in the NFL.
That's not how this works.
He chose to defer, which means I get the ball.
Because everybody who knows you are a Sprite and whiskey guy.
Sprite.
Which is why I chose Sprite as the topic.
Are you going to argue for Coke or not?
No, I'm not going to argue for Coke.
So Sprite's
when
better.
do we typically decide?
Sprite with my volunteer vodka. It's delicious. You can't mix Coke with vodka. If I want some whiskey, I'm in a whiskey mood. You know I can also mix it with Sprite.
On 1340 WKGN.
Defend your topic, please. We're running out of time.
I prefer Coke as a mixer with any alcohol. It's going to keep you up longer throughout the night, give you more energy. Coke, much, much better as a mixer than soda. Soda's bad for you. I don't know if you knew this. If you just stick to Coke and vodka, lessens the calories, keeps you up longer throughout the night. You have a much better time. More of a party if you go Coke over Sprite. And you're bound to attract more women.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios as we begin our headlines with a little bit of World Cup news. This is a bummer, as Morocco's leading scorer, Ismail Sabari, he's going to be out today for the Morocco-France game, which to me makes me think that Morocco more inclined to play the gross brand of soccer that Paraguay tried against France. I like watching France run up down the field try to score. I like watching Mbappe just try to fire off missiles. I feel like now that Morocco's not going to be at full strength, especially on the goal scoring side, that maybe they'll be more inclined to just try to play defense.
They just know they're better than everyone else.
I don't know if they're better than everyone else because, like, I don't know. This isn't my original thought. I was listening to a soccer podcast, but they were talking about how, like, Spain and a couple of the other favorites that are left are actually bad matchups for France because they're good on defense.
Yeah, I've heard Spain just plays really boring brand of soccer.
Yeah, like
hating on them.
Yeah, and like basically like these teams, France doesn't like to pressure the ball on defense and try to win it back. So like if a team is willing to just try to control the ball for the majority of the game, that France might get frustrated and not be able to score. It's like if Spain's defense has been the best thing of the tournament, maybe maybe even better than France's offense. They do like these expected goals things. I don't know if you've seen that after soccer games, but basically like what the score should be, like how many scoring opportunities have you had versus like giving up, and like Spain's like expected goals allowed is only like 1.3 for the whole tournament. Their defense just really chokes you out. So I won't say France is like clearly better than everybody. They've been the most exciting team. Like their offense seems better than everybody, but they've yet to really be tested by another team's offense. All right, Bubba, what you got? Hour 2 headlines.
Well, in the world of NHL, the Blackhawks star Connor Bedard to miss at least 4 months and the start of the season after shoulder injury. And watching the video, it's kind of sad. They're in their practices and shoot-arounds, and then he just, like, slips, falls down, like, onto, that part of the body, the shoulder, arm region, and, like, back into the wall. And then he gets up immediately and just, like, skates the other side, holding it. But, yeah. Sorry, Chicago. Me.
Bonnie Tyler,
Total Eclipse of the Heart,
known for her hit single Total Eclipse of the Heart, dead at 75 today.
Well, I'm glad that she contributed some art.
Yeah, that song has stood the test of time. That song has mattered, I think. R.I.P. to her.
We have, in the world of college football, a quarterback saying that they approve the 5-for-5 rule. That is Utah's Devin Dampier.
Shocking that he's like, hey, this is good. I'm a senior.
He's a senior who is not redshirted, so it gives him the opportunity to come back. As a 4-year starter, he could become a 5-year starter.
Although I did think his reasoning was, or, part of his rationale, I did find it to be a little interesting because he was like, hey, this kind of allows players the freedom to play through injury, which I hadn't really considered. He's like, so many times you get injured, you want to sit out, you want to try to preserve like a redshirt year. You don't want to go out there and play through nagging injuries. If you get hurt early on in the season, it's better to shut it down and protect your eligibility. Now there ain't going to be no more of that because you got 5 years to play 5 years. So like every game that you miss is just an opportunity missed, right? Like it's not like you get to salvage that. You don't get to be like in kind of like how Florida football, you remember that conversation around them last year with Napier, where Florida wouldn't fire Napier because they didn't want all their players to sit out and preserve their redshirt rules. So really it was just a weird wasted season. Now you wouldn't have to worry about that. Go ahead and fire the coach, I guess, if you wanted. And then the players would still have to play, or else they're just losing their games. Let's just say 12 games, 5 seasons, you got 60 games. Everyone you miss, you don't get to replace. It's just gone. He says that would kind of change the way players, look at it when it comes to injuries, which I hadn't really heard that thought. So I did find that interesting.
It is crazy. I mean, is it crazy though? I guess not. For them to be like, hey, it's also like a safety net. Like, yeah, we got some bad news about going to the league, so we're just gonna come back here for another year.
No, I mean, I think that's what it's intended for. Now, maybe not so much for the fourth year guys going into fifth years, but like NIL is supposed to be a bit of a safety net too, where guys would quit going to the pros so early and like falling through the cracks. Like I think, Bubba, that is it weak to acknowledge it's a safety net? Yeah, sure, maybe, but I don't think this Utah quarterback is a big NFL prospect, is he, Sam?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, like he's a solid enough
Maybe
college player.
but
Yeah, he's a solid enough college player, but like he's not like an NBA or an NFL guy, excuse me. So like, yeah, like you could probably make $1 million or more to come back and play football year 5. That is a pretty good safety net. That's another year where you can make big money and hopefully, finish your degree, get a master's if you need to, but also make market value and set yourself up for life after football. That's what the NCAA should be about, is making sure these players are setting themselves up for life after college. Degree, job, all those things, whatever, but I think that's a good thing. And like college athletics, college football, college basketball, I think for so long they weren't really worried about what was best for their product, but it does feel like that's changed over the last 5 or 6 years. Now, NIL and transfer portal, all that stuff helps, but like the older, better football players you have sticking around, the better your product's going to be. The older, better college basketball players you have around, 22, 23-year-olds that know how to play, the better your product's going to be. Mix in the super talented freshmen and sophomores, yeah, sure, but like watching older people play is typically going to be better. They're typically going to be more mature and better at the sport. And, if they stick around in college, you grow to know them a little bit. He says it's fair all around. I think I agree. Maybe I don't know if I'd say all around, just because if I was a guy in that position this year that was a 4-4 player, I'd feel pretty sad. I'd feel like it wasn't fair. But I do think moving forward, it's a nice rule and would hopefully keep people out of the courtrooms. That's your cue, Bubba.
Up next, we have a sad attempt viewed by some, like me. But in a letter, lawmakers seek accountability. Accountability. Wow, say that 3 times fast.
Accountability.
Yeah, nope, not happening. From WNBA on Miss Caitlin Clark, as a group of 11 Republican lawyers led by U.S. Rep. August Pfluger of Texas sent a letter to WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert on Wednesday demanding the league take accountability for multiple attacks against Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark.
They're not doing her any favors by doing stuff like this. It doesn't make her more...
It's going to get her chokeslam next.
Yeah, like it doesn't make her more liked by her peers that she is like a political cause. And like she's not even really asking for it. Now,
it's also weird too because it's like people from Texas, not Indiana or like any other
no, it's people
state.
from Texas that are trying to weaponize politics at every turn. Like, I mean, Texas is a state that's always, Tennessee's kind of that way, but Texas more so of like, hey, here's a bill for freedom and here's a bill to make the president happy. Caitlin Clark, we got to protect her. Does the league need to do a better job of protecting her? You could argue that, yeah, for sure. But like having politicians, come in and stick their nose in it and do their whistling, that doesn't help her with her peers. That just leads to them not liking her even more, which leads to them trying to abuse her and rough her up. We've all been kids before, right? Nobody liked the kid at school who, like, you felt like was going to go tattle. I'll give you something to go tattle about. Hell, nobody liked your parents don't like the kid that cries. Going to threaten them to give them something to cry about. They're not doing her any favors by, like, basically coming to her defense like a parent. That's the one thing you can't do to get the school bullies to quit bullying you. Can't call your mom. I maintain all this could be solved if Aaliyah Boston would just whip somebody's ass, but she's more interested in talking about it with Candace Parker on the podcast versus actually doing something about it, it appears. But lawmakers getting involved, I mean, that's pitiful. That's pitiful. That's embarrassing. Like, I don't have anything else to say about it.
Switching gears here. This is a crazy story that has happened.
Crazy?
Yeah, where
I'll be
a
the judge of
flight
that.
school pilot jumps to his death in midair.
Yeah.
Leaving the student to land the plane. So pilot Leandro Andres Bertazzo jumped from a moving Cessna 150 midair.
Yeah.
Leaving his 22-year-old student Rosario to land the plane alone.
I got to say, Bubba, you said it was crazy, and I agree. This one is crazy. Sam, did you see this story?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I feel like you could make a movie out of that.
Hey, kid, you know what to do. You know what to do.
I don't know how much of a movie you could make about it because I don't know how much more to the story there would
It's
be.
a great
after
opening
this.
scene.
Now, like, I am interested in this person, that the survivor, like the next, couple years for them.
Yeah, I think you'd have to fake the survivor story a little bit, and like he becomes a very successful pilot, and then like the end of the story, he jumps out of a plane also with his next student.
Because that's what he was taught.
Yeah.
Pass it on.
Yeah.
I did wonder in the story why he grabbed his cell phone before he jumped out. Because according to the story, it says he grabbed his phone and told the person, "You got this," and jumped out, which, I don't know. Was he trying to like delete evidence? It was something in his phone he couldn't let anybody else see. He was hoping it would get destroyed in the drop. Was he just being courteous? I don't know. One of my favorite things I saw is that there was he had actually been on a flight earlier that day. Did you see that?
No.
He had actually done that, driven a student earlier that day. And I wonder if he got up in the air and was like, "This student ain't got it. I can't do this to them. If I jump out, they'll crash." Because in a way, it's the ultimate vote of confidence. Like, hey, you got this. I'm jumping out. I'm killing myself, but I think you could still handle it.
Did he land the plane?
Yeah. We wouldn't have heard. We wouldn't have heard about the story if he didn't.
I guess that's true.
I mean, I guess that student could have radioed in and right before she crashed or whatever. But no, the plane was successfully landed, so he was right in having confidence in that person.
Did we get an interview from the student?
I haven't seen any, if so. We need to get to the bottom of this, but I do. I want to know how the other student feels. Relieved or offended? Relieved that he didn't put them under this pressure, or offended that like he didn't believe in you enough to jump out and risk it? Probably relieved, right? Although you could have been, could have had a hell of a story. Maybe it's enough of a story already just to be like, hey, I was with that guy. I was with that guy before he did it. It could have been me easily. Wow. That's crazy. Anything else, Bubba?
Two quick baseball headlines. One, Tony Vitello, Bad Boys, breaking up a no-hitter bid. Helio Ramos hit a blooper single off Dylan Cease in the ninth inning.
They're terrible. They are so bad.
Kind of expected.
No, it's not. No, it's not expected that they're this bad, is it? They went out and spent some big money in free agency. I mean, they got the worst record in the NL. That's not expected. Well, I guess now the Rockies have lost 2 extra games, but they're tied in the wins column. They got the fewest amount of wins in the entire National League. Funny enough, the only team with fewer wins in the entire league is Christian Moore's team, the Angels. They suck again, huh? The Angels? Ay. I don't think anybody thought the Giants were going to win that division, but I don't think it's fair to say it's expected that they have the lowest amount of wins in the league. I don't think that's fair.
How boring is professional baseball if you're 22 games back before the All-Star game?
Well, that's part of the reason I didn't want to. That's part of the reason I gave up on it. And I'm
just saying for those players.
Oh no, for sure.
Right.
I mean, yeah, and Tony Vitello. I saw a New York Post article written that's Tony Vitello is clueless and continues to prove it. And one of it was the reason they said he was clueless was he's being asked about their struggle, and he just keeps doing the college thing, which is it all comes down to mentality and how you approach things, and you can't just keep saying that for 162 games. He's probably not wrong, in the sense of hey, the players have to stay focused and keep a mentality. I don't think Tony's wrong, but it's one thing to do in a 2-month sprint, which is essentially what the college baseball regular season is, right? Basically March to the middle of May. That's a 2-month sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got some games in February. I know that, and it doesn't end in May. But for the most part, SEC play begins middle of March and then is over in the middle of May. Tony Vitello's still got 90 or I guess 78 games left. Some quick math there, maybe 76. I don't know. But basically a whole half of a season. They're not even to the All-Star break yet. He's got 70 games left, give or take. And you're going to keep sitting there and preaching mentality? Yeah, Sam, I think it'd be pretty awful to be on a team like that. Maybe you could talk yourself into going on a historic run. Because every now and then there'll be one team that has a big second half that charges. That gets to the playoff and maybe they're the team that nobody wants to play. I don't think that's going to be the Giants this year.
Is that going to be Tony Vitello? He's going to assign homework to the Giants over the break and they all have to watch Moneyball to try and win 20 games in a row?
Or just Major League, maybe. Just go watch Major League. It's a similar concept. But yeah, it has happened, but so somebody will do it. I just don't think it's going to be the Giants. It feels gross there. It feels like they're going to trade most of their veterans. But, you said it, I think, a month or so ago, and I just keep thinking about it too. It's not even Tony that I'm necessarily worried about. It's Buster Posey seems like he's 100% getting fired. And if Buster Posey gets fired, I can't imagine they're able to hire somebody else to come do that job with Tony Vitello as the manager. So, I do feel like it's a pretty safe bet that he's going to be one and done at this point. Just because I feel like the Giants have been such a cluster, that they have to clean house. And if you clean house, you don't keep a manager that won 80 games around. Or 80 is pushing it. A manager that won 70 games around. You just go ahead and clean house when you clean house. You don't leave the kitchen dirty when you clean the house. When you clean the house, you vacuum. You wash the dishes.
When did they hire Posey to be that GM or executive for them?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but was it not just this year? Was it not?
It might have been. I'm just wondering
I think
is it a 1-year experiment with Buster Posey running the show? Do you think they're going to run him out that quick?
It's been such a disaster.
I mean, yeah, it definitely has. I just wonder if he's built up a lot of good faith with that team.
Yeah, but I know we kind of talked about it, and here in Tennessee, we have different sensibilities and whatever. But it did seem like he pissed a lot of people off in San Francisco with the way they handled the gay pride hat and the Bible verses and tiptoeing and not answering it. In Tennessee, look, we know how we get down here, but in San Francisco, that's kind of supposed to be the safe house, the safety beacon for the gay community. The gay community is, it matters in San Francisco. So a lot of those reporters were pointing that out to Buster Posey about how big their fan base is and how many people that are, identify as gay are in their fan base and how they feel. And he just kind of refused to address it. And the media kept his feet to the fire. So it was a disaster in terms of how he handled that. So that was enough of a misstep, Sam, where I think he has burnt up a lot of his goodwill. Not to the point where they won't bring him back in, 8 years to celebrate the 2012 World Series championship. Not 8 years, I guess 6 years to celebrate the 20 years of that. He'll still be a legend when it comes to playing. But no, it feels like the run as an executive will be a short one, which you've seen happen. I mean,
few people have been more of a disaster as an executive than Magic Johnson, right? He was a disaster as a head coach for the Lakers, and then he was a disaster as an executive. And you remember he just quit in the middle of the day. You remember the clip? I'm not going to be there. Like he just quit before the season was over because he didn't want to answer for it. Yeah. But he still gets standing ovations. He still gets, legend territory. So I think Buster Posey will be that as well. But I don't think he's going to be long for that ownership role. Or not ownership role, the management role, the president of baseball operations. Which it does say as an executive on his Wikipedia that he got hired in 2025. Okay. He had been he had joined the ownership group in 2022. And then it says, 2 years later became the president of baseball operations. So I do think it's his first year kind of running things. I don't know how you really give him a second year, personally, but it's bad for Tony Vitello. That's for sure. Go back to headlines, Bubba. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Can I interest either one of you in the Las Vegas Summer League? Firing up today. Any interest from either one of you? Bubba? Las Vegas Summer League?
I assume we're talking about the NBA.
That would be correct, yes.
Okay, I assume that will include some VFLs.
That's,
maybe even a first look at a certain VFL.
That's not today.
Nope.
That'll be
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
But I mean, it's still, I mean, that's on the schedule. They do the kind of weird California one. They do the kind of weird Utah one. But like Vegas is like kind of the real summer league. Nate Ament is who you're talking about getting the first look. We haven't seen him yet, but that was because he couldn't play. He was held up in litigation because of being a part of the Giannis trade. The Giannis trade couldn't officially go through until Monday, so he couldn't play in the summer league games last week. And by the time he actually got cleared, there was only one game that night, so that they held him out. But he should make his debut tomorrow, Bubba, coincidentally enough, against the Miami Heat, the team that, sort of kind of drafted him.
They should have let him play one game on the Heat Summer League team.
See what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Show them what they're missing.
Or like just to make their fans potentially happy or sad.
Yeah. I think they'd still be happy with Giannis one way or the other. But I do think it's interesting they're playing each other. Not that really matters. But, yeah, Nate will get his debut tomorrow at 4 p.m. All the Summer League is you can actually watch it all. I don't feel like you've been able to do that in most years. Maybe like on ESPN Plus, maybe. But like Prime Video and then ESPN, ESPN2 have the coverage. So Nate Ament makes his debut tomorrow. But today on ESPN2 at 4:30, you will get a look at the San Antonio / Tennessee Spurs Summer League team, which, of course, have 3 Vols on it. Igor, I get offensive rebound. Word to Cody McClure. Zakai Ziegler, both of those guys, not really.
Igor's gotten more minutes than Zakai has.
Yeah, neither one of them's really gotten to play too much. But then, yeah, Jacoby Gillespie has been like kind of one of their starters. They play today against the Hawks, so I'll be watching that one.
A lot of the Warriors have 2 teams.
It's weird. I don't know. Do they have 2? Do they have 2 teams in this? I don't know if they have 2 in this one.
Yeah, I don't know if they do, but I just remember checking in on some Summer League stuff, and it was like Warriors gold.
I think that's part of the benefit, basically, of them hosting it, because it's like the California Classic. So I think because like Orlando gets 2, sometimes 2, and they do them like in Orlando. Or maybe Orlando just sends 2 to Utah. I don't know. It's kind of dumb, but they won't have 2 in like the official Vegas one. This is the one that like they actually hand out like a championship to and try to make seem like at least a somewhat of a big deal. Although it's not dissimilar from minor league baseball in the sense of like the teams that win the title sometimes are just like the most like solid teams. And by that, I mean like take the Hawks, for example, Kingston Fleming's top 10 pick. He'll be on the Summer League team, as will their other first round pick. But if those guys play well the first couple of games, they don't make them play the whole time. Darren Peterson, for example, like he's already played some Summer League games, so I don't know how many he'll play like actually in Vegas. Cooper Flagg, you saw that last year. He had 1 and then kind of shut it down. So you won't actually get to see the main guys play the entire time. But someone like Nate Ament, I would imagine they'll want to see him out there playing. I would imagine so.
What about our guy Akpara?
Yeah. So he got his 2-way contract. We talked about that with Jacoby Gillespie. It's roughly $700,000, non-guaranteed. But I would imagine, if you spend a draft pick on those guys, you would at least give them a year. Bouncing back and forth to the G League, getting some run, getting some plays. Are they playing the Wizards tonight at 9:00
against the Jazz?
So yeah, like I would imagine. I haven't seen for sure, but I imagine Felix is going to be out there. And against the Jazz, I mean that should be a look at Darren Peterson.
Jonas Adu plays for the Jazz.
Does he?
He was their leading scorer in their last game.
Okay.
16 points, 14 boards.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, Jonas against Felix. I mean, if those two go head-to-head, that'd be kind of interesting to watch. So it is nice to at least have some Vols kind of involved in this. I want to watch some basketball, so I'll definitely check in.
Tyreek Key?
Was he with the Raptors, I want to say? He got like a contract like the last week of the season, 2 weeks of the season with the Raptors. I don't know. I would imagine I was going to say too old, but no, not really. Too established? No, not really. Hell, baby. Bubba, maybe he's out here playing in the Summer League as well.
Having to watch Summer League on Prime Video is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen.
You don't like the option of at least having it like televised versus like not having it on TV at all?
I mean, I'd just rather it. I feel like Summer League has always been on like ESPN in the summer.
Well, they're still going to have it, but just there's games going on at the same time. So they you got to pick one. So like in the first window, Timberwolves, Pelicans, that'll be early. But then the Spurs, Hawks, where you can watch, I don't know who the Spurs necessarily would even have on there. That would be like a TV cell. There's Kingston Flemings for the Hawks. I don't know. And then, the next one will be a Prime Video. And then at 7, they'll throw the Warriors and Mavericks out there. Maybe you'll see some Yaxel. Like, this is something that the Summer League, to me, the older players like Yaxel and like Dalton Connect a couple years ago, you should dominate the Summer League if you're like 23 years old coming in, 24 years old playing, like, and you're a first-round pick. Like, you should dominate that. You should look good compared to your peers. Someone like, Nate Ament, who's a freshman, yeah, you're a lottery pick, but like I'll give you a little grace because you are going up against like grown men. The G League and the Summer League is kind of similar in that regard of like there's going to be a lot of 24, 25, 26-year-olds who are desperate to like make a team out on the court. So like for big men, especially for like, rookies, there's a little bit of a learning curve. But like if you're Yaxel, you should come and hit the ground running. Have you watched many clips from Darren Peterson? Like he's looked better in the Summer League than he basically looked at the entire time he was at Kansas.
Yeah,
I didn't really play at Kansas.
I think people overthought that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think and look, I thought all three guys were going to be good, but I think I put my flag on Cam Boozer. I think I put my flag, Cam Boozer being the best one of the draft, the guy I would take. But Peterson, I mean, he looks like a carbon copy of Kobe Bryant out there. And I felt that way watching him at Kansas whenever he was actually on the court, just the way he moved. But so far in the Summer League, when he's actually getting like the franchise turned to him and he ain't got Bill Self screaming in his ear. Because that's the thing, is like, Bill Self, which he's got a real knucklehead on his team this year, doesn't he?
I mean, yeah, if you...
The one coming up.
I don't want to jump to conclusions, but if you are in the street with Sexy Red on 4th of July shooting off fireworks, you're probably not the greatest dude.
How old is Sexy Red? I feel like she's got to be at least like in her like late 20s, right? Mid to late 20s. Why is she hanging out with like a 17, 18-year-old like prospect? I mean, maybe they're just friends or something, but that did feel weird. But yeah, when I saw him with Sexy Red shooting off fireworks, I was like, this is going to drive Bill Self crazy. Bill Self's going to have another heart attack.
She's 28.
Seems a little too old to be hanging out with this like incoming college freshman. Seems like he shouldn't be running around with her either.
Rose to prominence with the release of her 2023 single Pound of Town with Take Keith, R.I.P.
But like Bill Self wouldn't let Darren Peterson cook, but like, you put him in the Summer League and he's getting the ball and it's like, hey, go do some stuff. And he's already kind of unlocked.
We have Shake Some with the baby.
I think the only Sexy Red song I know is Get 'Em Sexy.
And then there's also Something Me Out.
Okay.
The fact that we made this person famous is like such a...
We have Peaches and Eggplants with Young Nudie.
It's just such a black eye
and
on our
then
country.
Also Get It Sexy.
Yeah, I know Get 'Em Sexy. I know that one. I know she did some stuff with WWE, Sam. That's kind of how I know her, other than the Get 'Em Sexy song, but it was like short-lived. But then like Zach Bryan brought her on stage when he was in St. Louis. I mean, is she still famous? Because I don't feel like she's really I feel like she's like
say
past.
in May of 2024, she appeared at WWE NXT, where she presented the new NXT Women's North American Championship. She also hosted Battleground Premium Live event.
Like, I knew we had kind of made her a little famous for a time, but I feel like that moment's come and gone. But yeah, like one of the top recruits in college basketball is hanging out shooting fireworks with her, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it.
Who's the famous like former basketball player's wife that's been courting around these younger players in the NBA?
Well, there's two options. Are you talking about Brittany Renner? That was like that, like went after like PJ Washington and like groomed him?
Possibly.
Or are you talking about Larsa Pippen?
I think I'm thinking of Larsa Pippen.
Larsa Pippen, who like, you know, was running around with some players who, you know, was the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen and the mama of Scottie Pippen Jr.
I think it's disgusting that there's already two options though to pick from.
Probably more than we know. There's probably plenty of more, Bubba, that we just don't know of. So Sam, Summer League, do anything for you? You going to tune in today to watch some Jacoby Gillespie?
A little bit.
Like Jacoby versus Kingston. I mean, that's we saw that battle like in college. I'd be kind of interested to see that.
I might turn it on a little bit.
Yeah.
4:30.
Yeah. What about tomorrow for Nate? Because Nate actually, Nate actually has a chance like in the league.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what he looks like and how they kind of, are they going to run offense through him? Because like he's going to be the best player. I mean, I guess Barry's will probably be there too, but like he'll be one of the best players out there. And it should be kind of like, hey, can you handle the load as like a go-to guy?
Are you like already going to be worried about his NBA prospects if he kind of looks?
No.
That's
kind of what I was saying.
Nate that we saw a little bit.
Nah, that's kind of what I was saying earlier. I give a pass to the freshmen or the rookies, like the young guys that play in the summer league, because they're going up against like grown-ass men who are desperate to like try to keep their NBA dream alive or like just get an invite to summer league or get an invite to the G League. Like there's going to be desperate guys out there. Like Jonas Adu maybe hasn't hit that yet, but like Jonas Adu, you know, like he's been out of college for at least 1 year now. He's still trying to like play. Like there'll be guys even older than him out there fighting for spots. So like, no, Nate will probably get physically bullied. I just want to see a couple flashes. That's what I think about for the young guys. But like I said, with Yoxel, he's 24 years old, brother. You got to come out here and score 15 points at least to show me you're ready to be in a rotation in the NBA. Send us a break. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free
White Claw Day. Grab everything. Your friends should. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, sorry. Getting in the mood because this Saturday is Christmas in July at Covenant Health Park. But your Knoxville Smokies have great promotions all week long. Like all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, fireworks on Friday, then yes, the big man himself on Saturday. We end the week with our day game of the week. It's a week full of fun at the ballpark. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Smokies! The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently because it's designed to put you in charge of growing your own savings. It's intuitive, it's easy, and best of all, it's on your terms. No wonder Gainbridge has earned the trust of 40% repeat customers. It's a better way to invest because it's investing your way. Get started today at Gainbridge.io.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Last night, I saw in the Braves-Pirates game a pitcher who I'd never heard of come out and, have 6 perfect innings, Jared Jones, and then get pulled. They just took him out.
I feel like it's been happening.
Well, it has been happening more than ever, Bubba, because from 1901 to 2015, 115 years, a pitcher getting pulled from a perfect game of at least 6 innings or more happened 0 times.
Whoa.
Never. In 115 years, no one did it. Over the last 10 years, from 2016 to 2025, it happened 3 times. And apparently, just this week, it's happened twice.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like not even a week ago, another guy got pulled.
Yeah. So for the first 115 years of the century, well, that seems oxymoronic. From 1901 to 2015, so over a century, 0 times. 3 times in the last decade. 2 times in 4 days, which is pretty. I mean, I don't know if that's just an anomaly. I mean, it has to be just considered an anomaly, right? Like where you have something that even 3 times in 10 years ain't very many. Getting, 6 perfect innings is obviously tough anyways. I don't know how many opportunities there's even been, but no, you're 100% right, Bubba. It's happening more often than ever. Still not a lot. Still only twice. But it's the last 4 days. So it feels like a lot. And compared to the rest of history, it is.
You think you could throw a perfect game?
What kind of stupid-ass question is that? Do I think I can pitch a perfect game?
Yeah.
In what?
You don't think you could pitch a perfect game?
No.
You think you'd get pulled? How early would you get pulled if you were to start a game?
Well, that's the thing is I don't think I would come out. Although, like at a certain point, you have to listen to your boss. There is something with that. But like, it would be kind of crazy to have a perfect game going. How many perfect games have there been in the history of baseball? Like over under 20 or over to 30. Like maybe I can't decide if I'm picturing high teens or like mid 20s, like somewhere between 18.
For some reason, the number that I always comes into my mind is like 26.
Okay. I'm somewhere between
24.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to guess.
Well, I said, high teens or mid 20s. So, I mean, that was kind of where I was thinking. Low end 18, but I was thinking like you said, 26, somewhere around there. But so there's been 24 in the history of Major League Baseball?
I feel like there should have been 25 because the
Galarraga.
Yeah. So like someone like Jared Jones, who 5 ERA. Now it was like he hadn't really pitched deep into games lately because of injury. So, like, I understand them trying to protect him. And, like, one of the worst things, I mean, you can go back and look, like, Johan Santana ruined his career staying in and pitching, like, throwing, 150 pitches. And I think that was just for a damn no-hitter, but he wanted to stay in, and I don't think he was ever the same. So, I understand protecting a high-dollar prospect. I don't know if I'd let Paul Skeens do it. No offense to Jared Jones. You ain't Paul Skeens, really. I think I'd let you try to go for it. But it was funny, the moment he came out, the Braves got a hit. And then the Braves ended up winning the game. Which apparently, according to OptaStats, made Jared Jones the only pitcher in the modern era to ever throw at least 6 perfect innings and not get the win. 6 innings during his entire outing and not get the win. You didn't hear the stats, Sam. You were outside, but from 1901 to 2015, a pitcher getting pulled with a perfect game of at least 6 innings happened 0 times.
Yikes.
Happened 3 times from 2016 to 2025. This week alone has happened twice.
Yeah, that Marlins guy too.
I didn't see that story. The Marlins did it as well. I didn't see that.
Maybe it wasn't this week, but it was.
I think
it was last 4
he
days.
was on pace, and then he got pulled in the 7th or something adjacent. Or I could just look it up, but
Gotta let him play through it.
You would think so. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's part of the hard job of being a manager, and a hard job of like being in charge is that you have to kind of protect the players from themselves. Because like the players should always say like, "Hey, give me the ball. I want to be out there. I want to go for it." But you have to be the one to think long term.
Has this Pirates guy had like injury history before?
Yeah,
or
no,
is he coming off of an injury.
No, he was, and he hadn't really pitched deep into very many games like since then. So it was definitely an injury concern thing. I don't know the story with the Marlins guy. I didn't see that one.
I mean, 6 innings is pretty long though. Like if you're gonna.
Well, he also only had like 70 pitches though. Like he was at like 70. Like he was in the low 70s, I think, in pitches.
I just feel like if you're
or 77,
if you're already just 10 toes down on the stance of like, hey, we're gonna help protect this kid's arm. Like I feel like I'd pitch him 4 innings, not 6. 6 is pretty deep into a ball game.
The most he had thrown all year was 81. I don't know if he was just trying to finish an inning there or whatever, but like if you look at his game log, I mean, they pretty much get him out at 77. It's funny. His outing, 77, 74, 75, 75, 45, 81, 73, 77. So like I guess they're trying to be cautious with him. So from that standpoint, I understand. He didn't pitch at all in 2025 because of injury. It wasn't like he was like great in 2024. I think if I'm Jared Jones, I think I'd rather try to go and throw a perfect game and deal with the fallout. But either way, have you guys seen this about fantasy football?
Yeah.
Yahoo launching college fantasy football.
There goes what we missed.
Power 4 only. They're doing fantasy college football.
I thought you were going to talk about the other fantasy football news.
No, what's that?
I think it's ESPN that's doing it. It's like Survivor fantasy football,
The
basically.
Slaughter League or whatever they're called, where
Yeah.
like you get kicked out and lose your
So
team.
like if you're the
Guillotine, I
lowest
think is what it's
scoring
called.
team or something, basically you're eliminated for the season and your entire roster goes on waivers the next week.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Which I appreciate them. I've got some buddies that play in a guillotine league and like they love it. It is nice that like ESPN's offering different things. Yahoo's the only one right now saying that they're doing college football.
Am I stupid to say I thought Yahoo always did college football fantasy?
Well, I'm not going to say you're stupid because that's mean, but I will say that you seem to be wrong because why else would they be like putting out a statement saying they're going back to school and saying college football fantasy is now on Yahoo? You know what I mean? If they were already doing it, why would they make a big deal about it? But there was a site where you could play college football fantasy that kind of looked like Yahoo, but I don't think it was.
That's probably what I'm just thinking.
Yeah. I don't think it was.
The guy for the Marlins this week was Yuri Perez. 7 innings, 92 pitches. Pulled in the 7th. They still won though.
Does the college football Power 4 fantasy, does that maybe move in at all on NFL fantasy in your eyes, Sam, in terms of like your interest? No. Bubba?
Sorry, I was looking at the
Does college football fantasy move in onto NFL fantasy at all in terms of your interest?
Why not both? I mean, I want to check it out to see.
Yeah.
But also, it's weird though, because it's like, do they have to sign on to this? Like, how are they letting their name being used in this? Or can I just have like QB number 12 for?
Well, Yahoo gets to use their stats and stuff. I don't know if players are getting compensated at all from it or not, but I doubt it. It's like I don't think NFL players get any piece of like any type of fantasy football stuff.
If this allows me to further DM and insult a college athlete.
Hey, Schmohawk, I drafted you in the 3rd round. To me, the college football thing won't take off for me because of the schedule and just the opponents.
Like in what sense?
Just I feel like it's too much for me to like try to forecast and see like, oh, I need to take Texas Tech's running back because he plays against a terrible schedule the entire time.
Yeah, that actually was going to kind of be my point.
This guy has a bulk game this week, so like he's going to run for 400 yards. Or like
you could go get like Nevada's wide receiver who's going to have 1,700 yards and nobody hears about it.
Well, it is only Power 4, but still, but like even then, like you could be playing Nevada and have 400 yards. To me, I think that's just too much. Like the NFL, 32 teams, got kind of an understanding. The schedule's for the most part balanced. Like
the parity is much better in the NFL.
Well, yeah, like every team's a top 32 team. Now, some of them suck. Don't get me wrong, but they're not ever going to suck. The gap's never going to be as wide as it is when Tennessee plays Furman.
Like it feels like in NFL fantasy, there's maybe some certain divisions you maybe don't like go after.
Sure.
But in college football fantasy, there's some entire conferences you wouldn't go draft, I think.
Unless, like I said, there's probably some margin there to be good because so-and-so has an easy schedule. Like the Indiana running back's going to eat the first 3 weeks of the season, so take him. Now, it says Power 4 only, but I imagine that they would still have to acknowledge the games that aren't against Power 4. Like you just draft Power 4 players, but like, they still you still get their stats. So like for that reason, I think I'm out. It being on Yahoo is probably another reason I'm going to be out.
Not a Yahoo guy.
I've tried Yahoo Fantasy. I didn't love it.
I pretty much just stick to ESPN Fantasy.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. I've tried other sites. I understand that there might be some benefit on them, but I tend to stick with what I know. Creature of habit and all that. And ESPN's been pretty solid. No use in trying to get on the Yahoo. Plus, I could never remember my damn password. They'd always have to reset it for me, and it was just a hassle. Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with another batch of headlines, a Scottish Open leaderboard update. Bubba will have some overrated, underrated. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
What's the difference between an ordinary EV and a Mercedes-Benz EV? The feeling. Electric is what gets you there. Mercedes-Benz is what moves you in ways no other automaker can. Feel the freedom of the superbly versatile 7-seater EQB. Revel in the inspired, customizable comfort of the EQE sedan. Sense the brilliant intelligence of the EQE SUV. Discover the boundless capability of the EQS SUV. And luxuriate in the flagship meets spaceship magnificence of the EQS sedan. Every Mercedes-Benz electric vehicle offers the very latest MBUX voice-activated AI software, as well as remote access to a whole host of functions via the Mercedes Me Connect app. The vehicle's electric, the feeling all Mercedes, the choice all yours. Test drive a Mercedes-Benz electric today at your local dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/EQ.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, sorry. Getting in the mood because this Saturday is Christmas in July at Covenant Health Park. But your Knoxville Smokies have great promotions all week long. Like all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers, fireworks on Friday, then yes, the big man himself on Saturday. We end the week with our day game of the week. It's a week full of fun at the ballpark. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Smokies!
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10, ay. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports said, not in my house, I ain't talking to Kim, babe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new friends.
Talk Sports.
Hour number 3 is brought to you by SM Athletics. If you have any uniform or equipment needs, oh man, it's almost football season, which means that basketball season ain't far behind it. SM Athletics has you covered. 865-966-3434 or online at smathletics.com. Trust a local brand. You can pop in the store, see them face to face. You won't just be another online order number. We'll take care of you here at SM Athletics. All right, Bubba, I'll kick off the news. I'll ease into it, then you take it and you run with it. You got it? Good. Numbers have been released coming off of the World Cup run, where the U.S. men's national team and the U.S. women's national team will each receive $6.4 million from the tournament run. The men earned $16 million in prize money. The prize money will be evenly split between the 26 men on the roster and the 26 women who make next year's U.S. roster for the Women's World Cup. This, of course, comes from their 2022 ratified CBA, as the women were fighting for equal pay. U.S. Soccer gets to keep 20% of the prize money. So that's how you end up with the $6.4 million.
Feels kind of dirty that the players don't get their money till next year.
The women?
The men.
The men? Is that right?
Yeah.
Where'd you see that at?
I saw a tweet about it.
The men are going to get like part of the women's money.
I'm just saying the delayed payment portion of it, I think, is crazy.
Okay. I hadn't seen that yet. I'll be interested to see how much money the women bring in, in their World Cup.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of people mad that the men are having to split it with the women because we hate women, I guess. But I imagine the check's going to be somewhat equal in a couple years from now.
They will if Megan Rapinoe can do anything to help it.
I don't think she plays anymore, Bubba.
She's an advocate.
I think she's retired.
She's got a voice in that program.
For the women to get paid, they have to qualify for the 2027 World Cup.
You said you feel like the women's numbers wouldn't be that different, though?
I might be completely wrong on that.
I feel like if they're arguing for equal pay, then the numbers aren't the same at all.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fair point.
I mean, not to be the sexist guy, but I don't know if the U.S. women's national team deserves the men's money when they lose to the U15 MLS team.
But part of the thing they were fighting for in 2022, I think, was just the pay year round. It wasn't just the World Cup money. It was making sure they were taken care of.
That makes more sense.
The same way. The World Cup's still a big deal for the women. So I don't know if it'd be the same number, but when you consider they usually go further.
Well, that was going to be my next point was if I'm the women's team, I mean, I guess their money isn't to make it all the way to the final isn't as much as what the men's would be. But if I made it to the final and won it and then the men only got to the round of 16, I'm like, why do I have to distribute my funds to them?
Well, I think that's part of the trade-off, right? That's part of an agreement. It's you do some things that benefit you and you do some things that benefit the other person.
Sure.
I'll be interested in the numbers because I don't know those for sure. Let's see. The 2023 Women's World Cup paid a total of $110 million. Not just to America, of course, but they paid out $110 million. Now, in 2019, Sam, that was $30 million. So, the cuts for the teams would not have been very big at all, but it did go up to $110 million in 2023. I'd imagine it'll go up even more in 2027. So we'll see how much money the men get from that cut. When I saw this headline, though, it did give a little bit more justification as to why the women have been so mad that the men, lost to Belgium. Carly Lloyd, I know she's not on the team anymore, but there were some other women that were speaking out on the problems with the men's team. How they got skin in the game. The further they go, the more money they would have gotten. Had the U.S. men defeated Belgium on Monday and advanced to the quarterfinals, they would have collected $20 million in prize money, which would have, taken it up an extra, million or so for both teams to split. U.S. Soccer pays both its men's and women's players $10,000 per World Cup match, regardless of outcome. But you get prize money for winning and advancing. All right, Bubba, any other headlines?
Yeah.
Sorry, one more before I cut. Sorry to cut you off. I got to the point. So the women got eliminated in the round of 16 in 2023. The reward for that was $1.87 million. So They got knocked out in the round of 16, just like the men did, Sam, and it was 1.87 million versus the 6 million. You would imagine if they had gone to the finals or like they should have, the money would have been closer to even.
Who did we lose to? I do kind of remember that was like a big deal when we got bounced so early.
Japan? No.
That sounds yeah.
I don't
know. I feel like we just always play. It's like Japan, Brazil, or someone else.
My other guess was Brazil. Women's World Cup 2023, Team USA lost. Who'd they lose to? Sweden. Sweden beat us in PK.
Interesting.
Scoreless, and then they hit off 5 of their PKs, and we hit 4. Gross. Seems like they were pretty terrible in 2023. Now they did bounce back. They did win. Did they win gold, I guess, at the Olympics? So they won their last international tournament. But in 2023, they beat Vietnam 3-0, which feels pretty low. Tied with the Netherlands, tied with Portugal, 1-1, 0-0, and then tied with Sweden 0-0, and then got knocked out in PKs. Seems like they kind of stunk and couldn't score. All right, Bubba, now your turn.
Well, we tip our caps off to Justin Verlander, who's finally going to retire to go be with Kate Upton after 21 MLB seasons.
He's not quitting in the middle of the season, though, right? He's finishing the year out.
He's going to finish the season.
Yeah.
He is 43 years old, set to make his 10th All-Star game appearance. Yeah, go be with your wife, man.
He's an all-star?
Yeah.
Is he still good?
Yeah.
He's one of the best pitchers of my lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, just with the consistency. It's crazy to me he's still doing it at an all-star level. He went back to the Tigers? How the hell did he do that?
He was being, I think he was named a legend pick by MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred.
Okay, that's
how he's selected.
That makes more sense. Oh, yeah, he's terrible. He's barely pitching this year. Okay. He's only thrown in one game? Is this right? He's only pitched in one game, Bubba? I mean, he's 43 years old. I'm not going to be too hard on the guy. But, according to his baseball reference page, he's only thrown in one game. Got shellacked in that one game. Threw 3 2/3 innings, gave up 5 runs. His ERA sits at 12.12. No, 12.27. I mean, I get the Legends thing. I got no issue with him being a legend, all-star, because, like I said, he's one of the best pitchers of my lifetime. Which is crazy because he's pitched how many years, you said? He's 43.
He's had 21 MLB seasons.
Do you know how many wins he has, Sam?
Do you have it in front of you?
Yeah, I have it in front of me.
He's played how many seasons?
21 seasons. One of the best pitchers of my lifetime.
300?
266.
Damn it. 275 was my initial guess.
We're never going to see another 300-game pitcher or 300-game winner. We're just not going to see it. If he couldn't do it in 21 years,
yeah,
we're just not going to see it.
Guys are throwing too hard now. Their arms will fall off.
Was CC the last one?
It's probably a good guess.
That's my guess for last one to hit 300 was CC. And CC was kind of that workhorse tank. But, I mean, hell, Verlander's pitched 21 seasons. MLB.
So he did have an IL stint in early April. Slated to return in June, but pushed back after a hamstring strain. So it could just be a pity. Put him out there old Yeller style. Make him throw. He tears both his quads on the mound. Or it could just be Kershaw.
Hell, did CC even get to it? Hell, CC might not even got to it. Maybe he didn't. I mean,
it sounds like Randy Johnson is the latest one, actually.
Yeah, CC only got to 250. Yikes.
Yeah, no one will ever do it.
Randy Johnson barely got there.
Closest active guys, Verlander with 266, Scherzer with 221, but he's on his last legs. Garrett Cole with 153, but
153.
Garrett Cole, thumbs down.
Well, apologies to all the CC Sabathia supporters. I gave you false hope. He wasn't even close. Randy Johnson, I mean, he barely got to the finish line too. He got to 303, which I'm glad he got there. Maybe the answer for best pitcher of my lifetime. Top end stuff. I don't know, him or Pedro at their absolute apex. So yeah, we're never going to see another one again. Randy Johnson is going to be the last one. That's wild. Hell, I think of Nolan Ryan pitching forever. He only has 324. Is 250 the new 300?
Probably.
Maybe
I
250.
mean, if 50 is the new 30.
Would you consider like Greg Maddux to be in your generation of best pitchers, or do you not like?
I don't. I mean, he was in my lifetime, but I don't
just kind of like your formative years before you started.
No. I mean, because he was similar to
like
Pedro,
mid-90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was similar to Pedro in that regard. I mean, Pedro had some strong years in the early 2000s, but Maddux was still getting it done. I just don't think of Maddux as good as Pedro and Randy Johnson. Is really what it comes down to. Do you? I mean, do you think of Maddux as that good?
I think Greg Maddux is the best like pitcher of all time, just in terms of stuff.
Sure, and like
pretty biased.
The brains behind it and everything.
Just wasn't gonna blow you away with power or something like that. He just knew exactly where the ball was going.
No, yeah, for sure. He's maybe the greatest. Yeah, like you said, the way you said it, pitcher. But I give the tiebreaker to the guys with the better stuff, the higher apex. Like I just think Randy Johnson, his slider, and I don't know, Pedro had a handful of pitches. I thought those guys were better top end wise, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I don't. I mean, I know Maddux was a damn stud. I'm not trying to downplay him at all. He won what, 4 Cy Youngs? 4 in a row right there, huh? From 92, 93, 94, 95. Cy Young. I mean, maybe that's a bad take. Maybe Randy Johnson isn't better than him. Is that a bad take? Am I an idiot? Am I a schmohawk? I mean, Randy's got 5 Cy Young.
On the baseball reference thing with Greg Maddux, he literally talks about Randy Johnson. He says, I felt like my stuff was like everybody else's stuff, but if I could not make mistakes and outpitch the other pitcher, then I felt I could beat him. Yeah, it's not a speed contest. If you're facing Randy Johnson, you got to outpitch him. You're not going to throw as hard as him, but you can outpitch him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Randy Johnson's got 5 Cy Youngs to Greg Max's 4, so I mean, at least it's a conversation. Pedro only has 3. So it's probably, maybe Pedro's the one that shouldn't be included in that conversation. But Pedro's 2000 season, I feel like clears the other guys in terms of their best seasons.
Maddux had 17 consecutive 15-win seasons.
No, I mean, he was the epitome of consistency. I mean, he's a stud. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Do you take win shares into account for pitchers? Do you care about that at all?
A little bit.
Yeah. Well,
what are like the
wins above replacement for that's CC. Yeah, he doesn't belong in this conversation. God, I just exited out. Let me get back to Greg's. I'm a little bit of a baseball dork whenever I look at the stats. I did used to care about this. Like the highest season Greg Maddux ever had WAR-wise, Sam, was 9.7. Whereas like Randy Johnson had a couple of double-digit ones in 2001 and 2002. But then Pedro, you look at his 2000 season, it was 11.7. So like I said, I think that 1 year, maybe his apex is kind of what I'm judging it off of. But yeah, Max's career better than Pedro's career for sure. Randy Johnson's debatable. I'd probably still take Randy, but I don't think you're wrong with Greg Maddux. Bub, any other headlines?
Just Mark Cuban complaining.
About what? He's suing the Mavericks, right? Or he's suing the new owners?
Yeah. So he is accusing Dallas Mavericks Governor Patrick Dumont of freezing the team's majority owner out of business opportunities and a proposed move out of the club out of downtown.
Yeah, look, you're the Shark Tank guy, right? Mark Cuban. Can you sue somebody?
I want
because
20% equity for 100% of your company.
Well, not only that, but can you sue somebody because they didn't follow through on a handshake agreement? Like, I thought that was kind of like business 101. Like, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice if you could just take people at their word and like, hey, we shook hands. But like, I feel like a big businessman, a big shark like Mark Cuban would know, like, hey, a handshake doesn't really hold up in the court of law.
And it's crazy that they're trying to put a new stadium down there for the Mavericks.
The people's champ, Erling Haaland, with a tweet so far to Sam this morning. Only one thing to do today. Search my name on Google. Winky face emoji.
I've seen that he just continues to play golf in his off days, which is awesome.
You know, we talked about Darren Peterson going up against Felix Akpar today. Kind of forgot. It's kind of buried the lead there. My bad. It's also Darren Peterson against AJ DeBanza.
No. That's not what we care about.
Number 1 versus number 2. Like, it might have buried the lead there with the whole Felix Akpar thing. Whoops. My bad. Overrated, underrated. Coming up next. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing. and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Leaderboard update out at the Scottish Open, brought to you by our friends at Inward Half, the Renaissance Club, North Berwick, Scotland. Early tea times this morning. As I was getting in bed last night, Sam, I was thinking who I was going to bet on, who I was going to do. I was like, oh, wait, it's in Scotland. I was like, I need to check this now.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to wake up and get this in now. Yeah, like tea times were like at 2:30 a.m. Got some guys still going on right now, some of the big dogs. Matt Fitzpatrick, Scotty Scheffler, and Fleetwood in a threesome right now. Scheffler struggling a little bit. 1 over par through 6 holes. Fleetwood, I believe, is even. Fitzpatrick, 1 under. But the top of the leaderboard, that's what you care about. Rory McIlroy comes out and fires a 65, which is good for 5 under. It's a par 70. He's tied with 3 other people, Tom Kim, Patrick Cantlay, and Bernd Weisberger. Brooks Koepka, though, that's the name people care about. He fires a 66, just 1 shot off the lead. Apparently, he was going as high as 117-1 before the tournament. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it was 90-1, I think, at most places, but I do think there were at least one site that had him at 117-1 before the tournament.
I saw he shot 4 under today, but I also saw that he missed a 2-footer, a 5-footer, and a 6-footer. So that could have easily been 7 under.
Well, it is funny. Like, I mean, even looking, I assume the ones he missed that you're talking about were probably for par, because I don't know, he's got 3 bogeys on the card, which means that he came out and fired 7 birdies. So that doesn't leave a lot of room for pars. But he was a red and green golfer. If you can eliminate the bad mistakes and just keep the birdies, you might be cooking with something. This, of course, a tune-up before next week's Open Championship. So rounding into form, if you can get him playing well, that would just add to the drama. It's what was it, DP? What do they call it? DP Tour? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So, like, you got guys like John Rahm being able to play this one. It's not a, PGA one. So he's able to come back and play this one. Some of the live guys, Patrick Reed out there as well. So more of a loaded field.
It's actually like a mixed event.
Okay.
So it is technically I think it is considered a PGA event, but then also a DP event.
Okay, I was going to
kind of like a mixed field.
Okay, fair. I was going to say I saw DP associated with it, and that's why Reed and Rahm and them are getting to play. But yeah, still the PGA guy still counts for PGA points and all that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Do you have any picks this week? Anybody you were rocking with?
Honestly, I did see some things about Tom Kim. He just plays pretty well over here. I think he played pretty well at the Scottish Open last year. I don't like the guy that much.
Would have been good if you had told me that yesterday.
Yeah. Honestly, like what you said, I forget about a lot with these tournaments. Is like, oh, I forgot it's in another country, and by the time I start thinking about, oh wait, I should go place a bet. Nope, they're 10 holes into their round.
Not going to. I understand he's not going to win back to back, but Gotterup has won this one before, so I sprinkled some on him and Fitzpatrick.
Gotterup's game just plays really well over here. Hits those stingers, that low ball through the wind.
I like him and Fitzpatrick. Mm-hmm. Those guys have also been just the biggest winners on tour so far this year. Both have won 3 times.
Yeah.
You can always get
said
them
it
around
at the start of the major championship season, but I was like, I'm taking Gotterup for the Open.
I think I'll be next week on Gotterup and Fitzpatrick there too. There's your little leaderboard update, courtesy of our friends at Inward Half. Check out their selection if you haven't yet. InwardHalf.com. If you haven't gotten you a polo yet, get you one. It's a little too hot for the hoodies, but hey, winter and fall is coming. Perfect game day hoodie. Check them out, InwardHalf.com. Enjoy the walk-in. All right, fire up some overrated, underrated. Sam Bubba said he's cooking with gas. He's ready to go.
I didn't say that.
Let's go, big dog.
Overrated. Very overrated.
It's overrated.
Overrated, my friend.
Overrated. I'm going to tell you why.
I think that's a solid rated right there. It's perfect rated.
He underrated, man. He has some swag. He has some real swag.
Lobsters are underrated. They don't die.
All right, fellas. We're here. We're still doing this damn thing. Somehow, for some reason, I forget which topics we've even done at this point.
No one makes themselves laugh more than Bubba.
I love it too.
So we're just going to start off with what we know. Hot dogs here, get you hot dogs. Them dogs are ready to be gobbled up. Hot dogs. How are we feel about hot dog vendors?
Like outside on the streets. We don't really have those in Knoxville too much. So I don't really have much experience with the hot dog vendors. Now, I did get one in, was it Detroit maybe, when I was there for a basketball tournament, late night coming out of the bar, hot dog vendor on the street. And I got to say that hot dog was sent from heaven. That was great. Me and my boys sitting there getting some glizzies, a couple cute slimmies walking by. They also were wanting some hot dogs. Nice place to just stop and chat.
Slimmies?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not thickies?
Slimmies.
Okay.
They're thickies. I would have said thickies. Some slimmies walking by. You know, they wanted some dogs too. Good place to chat. Great little midnight snack. Because, like, you know, in Knoxville, you don't really have any options like that.
You got a Home Depot guy.
When you've been out boozing.
Yeah. Home Depot.
Well, I'm talking about, like leaving the bar, though. Like the hot dog stand leaving the bar is pretty clutch. Like, I imagine the people that leave the bar at New York, you know, at midnight, they got plenty of options to buy hot dogs. Stop it. Like, the only thing we really have, in the old city is, you get the little pizza place, which is clutch. Don't get me wrong. I've been there plenty of times late at night. Not so much in my older days, but late at night, pop in, get a couple pieces of pizza. If there's a couple good hot dog stands on the corner, though, I probably just would have grabbed one of those.
Should we start a hot dog stand?
Maybe. But I don't really want to get
cheese stand.
I don't really want to get in business where the goal is to deal with drunk people. And I feel like if we started that hot dog stand and put it out in the old city, we would just be trying to attract drunk people and homeless people. And I don't think that's two people you want to really target for a successful business.
Why not?
It is people really sloppy with their money, though.
Yeah, hell, Gus's has made a career out of it.
Yeah.
Gus's with their drunk tax. They had the nerve to argue with me on Twitter one time that they don't do the drunk tax. Okay, buddy. All right. Whatever you say. I must have a damn hot dog stand on the corner right there. I'm going to Gus's, eat my hot dogs out here. $5 a pop. I think hot dogs in general are underrated, Bubba. Typically, I only get hot dogs when I'm at a cookout or something. But I got to say, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I told you I went and get a hot dog from the movie theater. And I've been thinking about that damn hot dog for months now. I want another one of those hot dogs.
What's the next movie we're seeing?
Probably the next one. I'm gonna go see the Seth Rogen one, the one where they try to do open a little swinging thing. The Invite. Him and Olivia Wilde and Edward Norton. Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. Penelope Cruz.
What do you think about hot dog vendors, Sam?
That's kind of the only one I want to see. Some people are saying that Young Washington movie's really good.
The what?
Young Washington.
Denzel?
No,
Haven't
George.
seen that.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's actually really watched it in my real life, but I've just seen internet chatter that it's been good. It's about a young George Washington.
Carver?
No, George Washington. As the war's breaking out, and I guess the general side of it.
I feel like I could see a better documentary than a movie on that.
Have there been any, though?
I'd imagine there's a George Washington documentary out
You
there.
got the one with Mel Gibson.
What?
Patriot.
He wasn't playing George Washington in that movie, Bubba. He wasn't playing George Washington at all. He wasn't the president. Because when I saw like Young Washington, I was like, okay, what the hell is this about? Because I don't know if I've seen any documentaries or read much about him as a young man. So it's kind of interesting in that regard.
I mean, I am saying that with no knowledge at all of Washington documentaries. I would just imagine one of our forefathers has a documentary out there about him.
You would think so. You would think so. I mean, we know about the whole the teeth thing with slaves. I mean, we know some dark parts of it, but they said they're going to do a sequel though, like probably, and just continue it as he gets a little bit older. Like I guess probably into the presidency and stuff, which is kind of interesting. But like you said, documentary probably could scratch that itch. I'm
good with hot dog vendors, Bubba. Street meat's good.
You think George Washington was a badass?
Street meat?
Like, what is in this movie? Is he like killing people in the war? Is he like out here with like? Is he like with Mel Gibson with his tomahawk, just slicing people up? What if George Washington was like that?
Did he have? Yeah, was he a killer? Did he have the Mamba mentality, or was he just like
possibly
waving his little wand?
I don't know.
You go kill for me.
You know what? Maybe I'll go see this movie.
Maybe
I need to know. Do you take liberties with that? Do you just make Washington a badass because no one can really fact check you?
He does have some of the best PR of all time, it seems like.
We view George as a pretty good guy.
Used for everything.
Would that shatter our worldview a little bit if, like, this movie portrayed him in a bad light?
I think this is a movie about patriotism.
Okay.
Not about him being an owner of.
No, this is about him being a hero. They're not going to do any bad stuff with George. This is about honoring our forefathers. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a Benjamin Franklin movie next.
Up next, we have voicemails. Please leave your answer at the end of the beep.
This is a good one, Bubba. Because I feel like these are very, very, very poorly rated, right? Like, who out there is a fan of voicemails at this time of their life? Now, I will say I give the iPhone credit. The iPhone adapting and like transcribing the voicemails for you, that's clutch.
I read my voicemails more than I listen to them.
Yeah, same. But not to be sappy, I do have like old voicemails from my pops, which I still have, which those are nice. I like having those though.
I like that.
I can go back and listen to those from time to time. So that's nice to have like a kind of a record right there, or something to hold on through history. But in terms of if I'm calling you, trying to get a hold of you, like, yeah, I feel like you just got to send me a text message, brother, if you actually need me. The only person right now that leaves me voicemails are scammers that are trying to get me to take out loans and my Uncle Charlie. My Uncle Charlie checks on me about once every 4 months, and he'll leave me a voicemail telling me he's Uncle Charlie as if I don't have him in my phone.
I think the concept of voicemails is really cool. The fact that you miss a call from somebody and you can essentially just give them the call to just hear it later. But to what we've said here in the last 2 minutes, with the evolution of technology and just kind of the practicality of it all, you're kind of right. Most of the time it's like, hey, missed call. And if you really need them to call you back, you send them a text like, hey, call me real quick.
But it is something that I love voicemails in movies. I think those are done really well. Like every now and then you'll be watching a movie, like you talked about Moneyball, like something like that, like when you're riding and like you hear the voicemail afterwards, something's happened, you go back, you listen to it. Important plot detail there. That's kind of cool. TV shows, same concept. Hearing a good voicemail. But in real life, I got to say overrated at this point, even though they're very, very lowly rated.
I'd laugh at some of, like, maybe I'm out at the bar in college or something like that, and one of my buddies calls me, like, asking where I'm at or what bar or something. It's kind of funny the next day.
Yeah.
You hear all the noise behind them. I come to
I actually take it back. I thought of a new angle, not to argue with myself, but I'm actually going underrated because I hate when people call me and I don't have the number and they don't leave a voicemail. So I'd actually prefer these people leave voicemails. That way I can check to see who they are. I actually have done a 180 on this.
What if voicemails were only for unknown numbers?
Well, no, because I do, like, every now and then if my mom needs to tell me something and she leaves me one and I can read it, that's fine. Like, there is still some value in the voicemail, but for the most part, no. Like, I'm not leaving any voicemails for my friends, really. I'll just text them.
Do you have a custom voicemail? Like, hey,
No.
this is John.
No.
You know, leave me a message.
I mean, I
after the
used
beep.
to back in my younger days.
That's what I had on my old phone. I'd have like I had a song playing, then I'd turn it down and be like, hey, this is me.
Bubba seemed like the type of guy to have the voicemail of hello.
Yeah, I had that one. My dad used to get so mad because he left me a voicemail every time he called me. He'd get so mad. Change this damn thing. I had one of those for sure. Like in high school / maybe I'd gotten rid of it by college.
I had it with like my first phone for sure.
Yeah. And I did a pretty good job. I'd have like fake conversations because I was doing it like for my dad. Like, oh, nothing much. What are you into?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
You moron. You're on voicemail.
Yeah, it made him so mad. He'd get so mad. Change this damn thing. But no, I'd appreciate it when like the scammers call me and they leave me a voicemail letting me know they're scammers. That way I'm not interested in like who they are or calling back. Hey, I'm calling. You missed your oil appointment. Oh, okay, great. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, I'm calling to check in here. Fantastic. I changed my mind. What else you got, Bubba?
So I was gonna pick between. Anyway, high fives. You know how when the high five was invented from Dusty Baker and Glenn Burke, Dodgers. Yeah, I believe Glenn Burke was the like openly gay teammate for the Dodgers.
Dusty didn't want to shake his hand?
No, they went around and they were celebrating like a home run, and they didn't know what to do, so he like stuck his hand out and then he hit it, and they're just like, "Oh, we just did something really cool here."
Wait, so why did you include that he was openly gay?
It's an important part of the story.
How?
Because they're accepting of their teammate.
Did they not want to touch him before this?
I wasn't at locker room. I don't know.
Well, you said it's an important part of the story. So, like, to me, the implication is that he wouldn't want to shake his hand. So instead, he's like, let's just do a quick smack. But you're saying, is that the case or no?
I don't have that information for you. High fives.
Dusty Baker invented the high five?
Yeah, that
along with Glenn Burke.
It's not the story that's breaking my brain. It's more the fact that the high five is like this new. Like Dusty Baker's not that old.
This can't be the real invention of the high five because, like, how would that have spread? Did people see it on TV? Like, how did was it televised? And everyone's like, "Hey, this is way cooler. Let's do it this. Hey, guys, here's the new dance. Instead of doing the Humpty Dumpty, you just take your hands and you smack fives. Like, what do we do here?" I love a good high five. I'm a big high five guy in the stadium. My team's doing something. I seek people out. I hit them. Boom. Put it there. High five. Up top. Down low. I still love hitting kids with the too slow when they try to give me a high five. I'm keeping the high five alive, doing the best I can. I refuse to believe the first and two most documented candidates are Dusty Baker and Glenn Burke. Okay.
So a little more context. They were absolutely slugging. Baker hit his 30th home run of the season. And so to celebrate.
So Gimme Five used to be used to request a handshake. The high five originated from the low five, which has been, okay, this makes more sense. So they're saying the low five has been around since the 1920s. According to the Wikipedia, the low five was very popular among the African-American culture since the 20s.
How low do you go with a low five?
Can you go down low?
Just the hip, basically.
All the way to the floor?
Although, I don't know. Sometimes, like you see basketball players that get down on the floor, they kind of give a real low, like almost
You
to
give
the
me
knees.
an idea for my new handshake with my boys. So I'm going to lay down on the ground and then.
Magic Johnson suggested he invented the high five at Michigan State. Others have suggested it originated in the women's volleyball circuit in the 1960s. Okay.
This is mind-blowing to me that the high five is not, at least 200 years old.
Well, I mean, I've seen videos or old pictures, or maybe it was just a skit at this point. Hell, I don't know. But where people would be really old, in their suits in baseball stadiums in the 20s. And whenever something good happened, they'd always just shake hands with each other.
Yeah.
Like at no point where they're just like, hey, just put it there. Like this is the same as like when did clapping invent?
When did the fist bump get invented?
That's a good question too. When did clapping get invented? Because like to me, high five is a little bit like clapping just with someone else. Is the kind of the way I looked at it as a kid. Like logically, like clapping is like, hey, you're celebrating something good. High five is you're celebrating together, and it's the same noise. I mean, I know you don't hit like many times, but it's the same concept to me. So I feel like if I was around in the 20s, I would have invented high fives way before everybody else because I think I would have been like, hey, instead of celebrating by myself, let's celebrate together. I would have beat Magic Johnson by decades.
Yeah.
100%. Bubba asked earlier if I could pitch a perfect game. No, I couldn't pitch a perfect game, but I could have invented the high five way earlier.
It feels really stupid that they didn't do it earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. But again, if they were doing the low five, they never thought to just put their hands higher. Like that's what's tripping me. I was like, they said the low five's been around since the 1920s. They never thought like, hey, just let's go up high.
Talk about bad PR, the low five.
Yeah.
You spent 40 years and all you had to do was just raise your hand a little more.
Yeah, that's a good question. Is the low five really just a handshake? Like, is it more of like what we know now is like kind of the dap? Is that kind of like a low five? Is just kind of you smack hands and kind of shake like that? Because that would kind of be like a handshake / giving you five. So like maybe it's not the low five we're thinking of where you just, smack it. Maybe it's more of the dap.
And we haven't had camaraderie as a country since the 60s. Like that.
We had 9/11.
Well, I guess I'm talking like that was what started camaraderie in the city. Like, I feel like the high five is the easiest way to make random friends.
I mean, I feel like we had to have had some camaraderie, like the troops out during World War II. I mean, like, hey, we made it through another day. High five. Like, we're still alive. Let's go fight these Nazis. Like, I feel like there'd be some camaraderie there for sure. It's a fair question. I'm very intrigued by this. Good batch, Bubba. That was great. You said you were cooking with gas, and I can now say, Bubba, he ain't never told me a lie. At least not on July 9th, 2026. Wow, Sam and Bubba going high five. See, it's like you're celebrating together. Instead of just clapping, you just clapped each other. Pause. Last call on the other side.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Bubba's up there throwing punches and doing God knows what. What are you screaming at me?
Well, I was going to look at the lines for the UFC main event between Max Holloway and Conor McGregor.
I want to say like Holloway's like minus 250 or something
He's
like that.
minus 230 on my app.
Connor's like what, plus 170, somewhere
Plus
around there?
180, yeah.
I mean, it feels like McGregor's making his return to the octagon this weekend, right?
Yes.
How long has he been gone? 4 years, 5 years? Has it been that long?
It might be 5.
Has he fought since COVID? He's fought since COVID, right?
Yeah,
When did
he
Habib
fought
whip his
in,
ass?
2021.
Okay, 2021, so like
where he
basically
broke
right
his
after COVID.
leg.
19, I think, is when Habib killed
Okay,
him.
but he's fought since then. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he like broke his leg. Remember?
I mean, kind of.
And then he got like his ass beat by Poirier, I think, too.
Okay. No, yeah. The last memory of Conor McGregor fighting I have is him getting his ass whipped by Habib. And, you know, okay, you're telling me that was 7 years ago.
His last win was in 2020.
Okay, so like, has he been doing a bunch of steroids in his time off, Bubba? Do we know that? Like, has he?
He's not jerking off. That's what he said on his media availabilities.
Is he having sex?
Nope.
Okay, so just no release.
He's just.
Well, you know,
he said, "I've got a fire in my belly."
Well, you know,
the anti-Ronda Rousey.
Well, you know, that's what James Dolan asked the Knicks to do. I don't know if you remember that story, but like
this year,
yeah, he asked all the players to refrain from having sex. Didn't want them to be tired. Didn't want to like have their legs be weak or anything. And you know, the players claim maybe they were just joking, but they claim that they followed through and like didn't do it. Now I don't know if I believe that, especially like, you know, the whole entire team, but it did lead them to a championship. I find it hard to believe that McGregor's not going to get his ass beat, but maybe he was just hopped up on steroids. Maybe he'll be healthy. I don't know. Do we need him to win, Bubba?
Personally, for me, no.
But like as sports fans, do we need him to win? Because like UFC,
No.
I think the UFC needs him to
yeah,
win.
UFC needs a little juice, right?
UFC has nothing.
You want
going
Max
for it.
Holloway to be a guy that's kind of been at the top. You don't want to be discredited by a guy that just been embarrassed, you know, in the last couple times, been out of it, making headlines.
How old is Max Holloway?
Pretty old.
Right. So I mean, like, it's not like he's like a new young star, right? I mean, like it's not like he's gonna be. It's not like Max Holloway's gonna put the UFC on his back for the next like 3 or 4 years, is what I'm saying.
He is 34.
How old's McGregor? McGregor's got to be similar to that, right?
I'd say older.
Yeah, like 36 is what I was guessing. How old is he, Bubba?
He is 37.
Okay. I don't look at that as like, yeah, like it's
Yeah, but
Holloway's
you don't
like,
want a guy that's been out of the game for so long to just come in and then get a win.
I mean, I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I mean,
Again,
you want to see him fight again.
For casuals, yeah. If he gets his ass beat, like if he loses, especially like in ugly fashion, the draw is gone at that point. No one's gonna want to watch him just come get beat up. Like his fans aren't gonna want to watch that. Like he's not gonna want to do it. I think I would like for him to win. I don't think he's going to, but I think I'd like for him to. Any other good fights on that card?
Goodness.
Because like McGregor should be enough of a draw to get people to care about it. Like even just his name value alone. You don't have to give me the rest of the card. We can talk about it tomorrow because today's only Thursday. What do we miss today, Bubba? What do we got to hit?
Well, the Vols just got a commit for baseball.
Okay.
Hayden Simerson has committed to Tennessee from Clemson, a right-handed pitcher. Had 4 saves and a 3.62 ERA. Struck out 46, walked 11 and 32.1 innings. And they say opponents only hit 158 against Simerson.
Okay. Good deal.
So another hand in the relief rotation.
Another guy that's draft eligible. Another guy you got to dodge. The draft is this weekend. Another name for Tennessee. Another name that Tennessee is going to have, fall down the boards or at least not get enough money.
We need a righty in the pen bad, so hopefully that kid.
Up next, in honor of Cody McClure, Muhammad is the top baby name for boys for the third year in a row in England, in Wales.
Muhammad is the most common name in the world. Look it up. In England, you said?
In Wales.
Oh, interesting.
Not Scotland. And then Christian Pulisic apparently suffered a bone bruise and microfracture of the tibia fibula in the game against Belgium.
Yeah, don't care. Whatever. Baby.
Loser.
Where the hell is the black Mo jerseys, Sam?
Also, Jack Antonoff and Margaret Qualley have split after 3 years of marriage.
This is BS.
She doesn't really do it for me.
Jack Antonoff, that's a great man.
I know I'm not a handsome fella. I know I shouldn't be out here judging women, especially, women that many people deem as beautiful. But, there's something about her. I just don't. I think
this is the girl that Cody loves, right?
Yeah. I like her mama more than I like her.
Never seen her mom.
You've seen her mom surely in something. Her mom's famous.
Is she?
Yeah, her mom's famous.
I don't know names. I only know faces.
She's a nepo baby. You ever seen Groundhog Day?
I don't know.
No,
probably not. What's her mom's name?
Andy McDowell. I mean, her mom. When I say
Andy McDowell is her mom's name.
Yeah, Andy with an IE and then McDowell. I mean, she's older now, so I don't know if you would look at that and be like, I'd rather have her than Margaret at this point. But
I've seen that woman.
Yeah, you've seen her before, surely.
She kind of looks like a witch.
Yeah, the white hair's not really working for her, to be honest. This might be a bad take.
Whoa.
What are you worrying about, Bubba?
I was looking at the Fanboy Expo lineup for this weekend.
The Fanboy Expo lineup's absolutely stacked.
Yeah.
I get
Bryce Dallas Howard. Woo!
I get Instagram ads for that and just nonstop big names.
What the hell is the Fanboy Expo?
You got Edge
and
his wife, Ron Perlman. Hell,
essentially like Comic-Con. Celebrities come sign autographs, take pictures. I don't know, for lack of a better term. I mean, I guess it is just a Comic-Con. Shia LaBeouf's going to be there too, which seems kind of crazy to me.
That fires me up a little bit.
I feel like there's no chance Shia LaBeouf actually shows up, right?
There's a possibility we could see him on Market Square.
Oh, no, 100%. If he's here, he'll be out at Market Square.
Should we fight him?
No, I like Shia. I'd rather hang out with him. Should we fight him?
Oh, goodness.
I mean, I guess you would make a name for yourself if you went out there and fought him, but no, I got no beef with Shia.
Fights anyone in the street.
What's your pup?
I mean, yeah, you'd go viral, but I don't know. I like Shia.
Going to that event is like
Ham Porter.
Attending that is all of my least favorite. Adult autograph seekers are one of my least favorite groups of people.
I went to a Comic-Con, not this one. I went with my nephew. I didn't pay for anybody, but it was kind of cool, walking by the booths and seeing stuff.
You have to pay for each person?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
Well, they all have different rates and stuff. There's different level of fame there, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Damn, Diamond VIP admission sold out. You can still get the premium weekend admission for $109 to get to go to this thing. Oh my God. $109? Which I can only imagine how much the VIP was. How much was the damn VIP? The VIP was $1,000?
What?
Early entry to the event.
Holy waste of money.
A t-shirt, frontline VIP access, autographs from several of the guests. So, I mean, if you pay $1,000, you got, although, I mean, I guess Edge was one of those, but
and our mayor.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about on the VIP list of guys you got autographs from. My God. Oh, my God. I kind of hope I get to hang out with Shia LaBeouf this weekend. That'll do it for us. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable